All right. So apparently we are live
Okay.
and this is working. So
Do I need to do anything on my end or are we good?
I think we're good. I think
Okay,
we're
cool.
good. So thank you for joining us for
Absolutely.
Living Artists to chat. Today we have the beautiful and lovely Brynn Elizabeth, who is
Hello.
a magical realism artist and illustrator in Oregon, USA.
Yes.
Um, she has done book illustrations, pinups. She sells a prolific amount of prints.
Yes.
Um, I'm so excited to have you here today because I followed you for a long time. Um,
And you've bought work from me
I
too.
do.
Yeah.
I
So
have
cool.
her here. I just haven't hung anything yet in here because I actually want to get one of those gallery rods with the little hang wire things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have her here. I think I bought this one when you had a piece at In Verity.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a while ago.
wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, I bet you haven't seen her in a while, hey?
Let me see this. Oh my goodness.
This is literally one of
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
pieces of yours.
That's one
Like,
of my favorites too.
right? It's so
Yes.
beautiful. I
The
always feel like she
Babanji.
has such a story, you
Yeah.
know?
It's a Scottish folklore.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so this is pencil and
Yes.
then colored. Is this acrylic or is this
It is
pencil too?
acrylic. It's acrylic glazes. Yeah.
And then you've mounted it to a panel.
Yes. My
But you did
typical
an
style.
amazing job
Thank
mounting
you.
that to a panel. I would not have been able, I would never even attempt
Honestly, it is
mounting it.
extremely nerve-wracking, and I'm gonna be honest, there have been times where things have been messed up during the process, but I have my
Mm.
own little ways to fix it so that you'd
Oh,
never
that's good.
know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love this piece, and it was
Thank
one of
you.
those like, oh, I sold a piece, I can buy a piece
I've
sort
done
of
that so many
situations.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt so guilty. And my husband, Sandy, he's just like, you just do it. Just do it. And so
Aw.
he's always the one that like gets me to just follow my impulses. We
Honestly, my
also
husband is the same way.
yeah. That's great. So
Yeah.
he must be very supportive of
He's extremely supportive. Actually,
that's great.
we talk about it all the time, like how he can support me in like getting more time to work because like we do have two kids and
Mhm.
he works a lot, a whole lot. And so
Yeah.
any way that he can help me get more time to work, he does it, and it's
Oh,
amazing.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he's incredibly supportive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I know right now I'm sitting in this little studio. It's a portion of our garage
Oh
that
yeah.
he built for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Because I'm not handy. Like I ruin things if I try to do anything. Like I tried to mount a pegboard to a wall to hang my paints, and I ruined portions of the wall. Like
Oh no.
it just like didn't work. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like, oh, I ruined portions of the wall. But I mounted it. It was like I didn't mount it. It was hanging off the wall. I had to like
That's
prop it
okay.
up with a chair and like, hey babe, could you help me?
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not handy.
he's super handy. He's redoing our bathroom right now, and like
Oh,
the
cool.
only thing I've done with our house is one time I got so mad I ripped out the carpet. So
Oh,
like I'm
okay.
good with like dismantling, but I'm not good
Yeah,
at
see.
construction.
Yeah, I can also do chaos and
Yeah, I can
destruction
do
really
chaos
well.
real well.
Yeah. It was super funny because I was working three jobs there for a while.
My gosh.
I'm working and I'm still working at the pottery place, part-time. And then I was doing tattooing and I was doing this other thing with a gallery. And my time was so split up and I was just working, working, working. Um, and I shoot, totally forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah. And then it was like within a couple of weeks, I lost two of those jobs. Like
Wow.
it wasn't like I'd done something wrong. It was just like a series of unfortunate events
Right.
from all different sides. And my husband's like, "Oh, well, now you'll have time to organize the house." And I was like, "That's funny." Right?
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, because I'm just not that sort of person at
I'm not
all.
either.
Yeah.
I'm a pile person. I have
Yes,
things in
I'm
piles.
really good at that.
Me
I
too.
can pile it and then I don't remember what's there.
Exactly. And then,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like art supplies, I have like piles of art supplies and
Yeah.
I forget what I have and then I end up buying double.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've done that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally have done that. I'm really bad with paint, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll just buy multiples of paint and I won't remember
Yep.
that
It
I have that.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it does happen, unfortunately. Um, oh, maybe you can tell the good people of the internet what you love to use in your
Oh, yes, I would
illustrations.
love to. Okay, so I'm a
Yeah.
mixed media artist, so I do not keep myself to one specific medium for
Hmm.
any piece.
Okay.
I do mostly work in colored pencil, acrylic. Right now, I've been doing a lot of gouache and watercolor,
Hmm.
but it's usually colored pencil and acrylic. Like those two are my mainstays. And
Nice.
I I used to use clear gesso for pretty much every piece as well because it's a nice sealant and you can layer up on top of it. But I
Right.
actually found it's sitting right here because this is
Mm.
actually my desk that I work at in my
Oh,
dining room.
nice.
So I
Okay.
have this little
Cool.
corner. I have like little stations throughout my house where my art stuff lives. But
Nice.
and I also have a different location outside of my house where I do printing and shipping.
Okay.
This is what I use now. It's like
Okay.
this all natural fixative. It's like
Okay.
made from milk protein. And so I can
Really?
spray it inside and I don't have to worry about fumes. And honestly,
Oh,
it has been incredible. It has
huh.
changed my process entirely. I love it.
It's
It's
nice.
like it's like a uh it's apparently the same formula that Degas would use when he would do like
Oh.
pastels. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, it's
Oh,
super
that's
cool. I love
cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so I do a lot of that, a lot of layering, a lot of
Mhm.
glazing. Um, yeah, I love mixed media because there are certain things certain materials can do
Mhm.
that other cannot replicate, and
It's
I like
true.
having it all in one.
Yeah, totally. No, I think that's one thing that I like about your work is you kind of like I see how you move through different mediums and you're using
Mhm.
different mediums for different pieces, but I feel like you all get them to kind of conform to you somehow. I don't know
Yeah,
how you're doing that exactly.
that's a high
Yeah.
compliment because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like it's so disjointed,
Oh
but
no, I don't
thank
think
you.
so. I struggle with being all over the place, and I'm like, I just turned 41 this year, and I still feel like every time I get an idea, it's like boop, 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 boop,
I
boop.
I
It's
feel
all
like
over the
that
place.
I feel like that too. Like
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just a universal artist thing, but like
maybe.
I'll look at my own work and I'm like, girl is all over the place. Like there's there's almost like I even have in my bio like a tagline like beyond genres because
Mm,
I
I
feel
like
like I
that though.
can't stick to a genre.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I've like hired people to help me with this because
Really?
I'm so bad at that, at like that pinging all over the place and
Hmm.
not sticking to like a subject matter or a palette or like have a common thread or
Yeah.
anything. I talked to so she's a curator consultant person. Her name's Penny Lane Shen. This was a
Okay.
few years back. And um, this was really before I started doing like the red cord
Hmm.
pieces.
Which I
Um,
love, by the way. Those are so
oh,
cool.
thank you. Thank you. Um, she 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 told me like you need to just like bring it into like one thing where it's like a figure and a background and that's it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she gave me this formula that she told me to follow, and for the life of me, I couldn't. I just hated it. And I didn't know why. I'm
Yeah.
like, why do I hate this so much? And like in the moment, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. And then I just took it home and I just couldn't do it. I
Did
just
it feel
couldn't.
like you were constrained?
It did, but I think I just have a problem with authority.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
I
my
get
own
that.
authority,
Like,
I
if
like,
somebody tells me what to do,
yeah.
watch me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
do
not
the
gonna do it.
opposite.
I'm gonna do everything else
Yep,
but that.
yep.
Yeah. So unfortunately, even if I say to myself, "You have to do this," I can't do it.
So
Yeah.
I have come up with my own kind of formula, but it was after looking back at my work and realizing that there is a common theme there. And
Right.
I think if you look at your work and find the common theme that you naturally kind of are drawn to, and then make a
Mhm.
formula from that where it's like kind of your comfort zone,
Mhm.
I think that's a better way of looking at it rather than like you
Yeah.
have to follow these rules. Like just find a way
Mhm.
to do what you like and and you can kind of go outside of that, but as long as you
Mhm.
keep it kind of cohesive, I
Mhm.
think that's good enough.
Yeah, I think so. And I think where I still struggle is, and maybe you can speak to this too, because I feel like um, just this genre of figurative realism, portraiture, uh, that sort of thing,
Mhm.
for me anyway, has not been like an easy sell
Yeah,
for a lot of things. I
yeah.
mean, even I'll do a run of prints, and I haven't found I'll like sell maybe a couple here and there,
I mean,
but for me,
honestly,
it's not
same
steady.
here. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, like, I mean, there are certain pieces that I've sold upwards of 100 prints of, but then there are some that I have never sold a single print of.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it's just
bizarre,
how it
right?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think that's where I'm like, it's not selling. Maybe I should just paint landscapes."
Well, I mean, and there's a market for that too,
Yeah.
but there is a market for what we do. It's
Hmm.
just it's hard to be your own marketer and find
Totally.
where that sells because you could be the most incredible. This is kind of like speaking to social media as a whole. Like your work
Hmm.
could be incredibly technically and emotionally beautiful, but if the right people don't see it, they're not going to connect to it.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And that's always the trick. And so like when you're trying to connect with your people on the
Mhm.
internet, what's your approach to it?
Honestly, I don't really know. Like
No?
for so long, I was of the mindset that like if I'm good enough, the people will come.
Hmm.
And I honestly don't believe that anymore.
No, right.
And I think you have to find your market. And I have found it kind of within the book community. Like,
Nice.
so I've noticed that like the stuff that I really, really like to do, which is like pinups and more like sexy art,
Hmm.
that's fun to me and that's like enriching to me.
Hmm.
That sells really well within the book community. So it's like that's my
Oh,
little
okay.
niche now. And
Hmm.
it took me, 12 years to get here.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of where I'm marketing towards now.
Right.
And I do market to like my tried and true collectors because they like that kind of stuff too, because that's
Okay.
what I like. So it's like
Hmm.
we fit together. But it's really hard when you are just selling your art to find your market because I'm lucky that I have the book community now.
Hmm.
But I didn't always have that.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm in my garage and it's cold.
You're
So I'm
fine.
sure you're gonna hear like the heaters and stuff.
It's all good.
Um, yeah, but uh I saw this one YouTuber, and she I don't think she really sells her art at all. I think
Mm.
she mostly just sells like these digital planning things. And she has all these videos about like how to make 10 grand in a month. And I was looking at it, I'm like, you're not even selling art, dude.
It's
Like that's
all just
not the same.
it's all just marketing. Like
Yeah,
I see those kinds of things and I'm like, there's no way that you're selling that much. There is no
no,
way.
no. I mean, she could totally just say that, right?
Yeah, you can just say whatever you want on the internet. Like
Yeah, basically. That's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, you like no, I just
there's no
can't.
way.
No way. And 10 grand, and I'm like, there's people and artists that I really admire, and they maybe sell a painting for 10 grand, and that's probably a big deal for them, but
That'd be an
that's like the
enormous deal.
1%
Yeah.
of people, right? Like I'm
I've never
thinking,
seen that kind of money. Like I'm gonna be
no,
honest. I
never.
probably never will, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's um I think I'm mostly thinking of some male artists that
Yeah,
I
if you're a
follow.
male, I've always said if I was a male, I'd be set. I would
Oh
be
yeah.
completely set. Because suddenly if you're a male and you're painting women, it's like this deep, profound thing.
And I don't
And
understand
I
that.
don't get
Like,
it.
right? It's like, no, dude, you just aren't 13 anymore, right? Like you have like this you have the interest of a 13-year-old boy with like the skill level of someone who's
Yeah.
older.
But for some
So,
reason it's just seen as deep. And that doesn't go for all male artists. There are some male artists that I
mhm,
respect very, very deeply.
mhm,
But I think a lot of times for women, especially for mothers, it's
mhm.
just seen as like, oh, you have a cute hobby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think like when I looked into it, there was some douchey guy, some douchey curator dude who was like, oh yes, we don't like women artists because when they have children, then they're not consistent anymore. And so you don't get like a good, whatever, cohesive, whatever
Yeah.
bullshit he
Ah,
had going
ugh,
on.
ugh, ugh.
Right? And I just thought, like, if anyone, that anyone's work that I've seen that contradicts that conclusion, it's yours. You're extremely
Aw, thank you.
consistent. Even I don't even remember there being gaps in time when you were like pregnant and had a baby and like
So
stopped working.
yeah, if I could touch on that a little bit, like
Yeah.
I so back when I was pregnant and having my babies, I did not skip a beat. Like I worked in the tiny minuscule, maybe 30 seconds in between baby tasks. Like
Yeah.
I was very determined to continue creating, not only because I wanted to stay consistent, but because it saved me. I was
Right.
deeply depressed with
Mm.
postpartum depression,
Yeah.
and that was that was the only way I could like hold on. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, then later on, I kind of burnt myself out doing that.
I
And so
bet.
in like 2024, I kind of fell apart. And
Oh,
I, yeah, there, when I was having babies and like that period right after that, I would always get comments from people like, I don't know how you do it. And it was kind of like, well, you have to be as obsessed as me to
right.
do it.
Yeah.
And like, for better or for worse, it is an obsession. I was completely obsessed with creating, and it saved me. And I don't recommend that for everyone.
No. No,
Yeah.
and I feel like there are things that I did. I was just looking back at some old journals. There are
Mhm.
things that I did when I was younger that if I could go back, I'd be like, darling, don't do that. You know,
Me too,
like,
1,000,000%.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's not worth it. And I just think about when my kids were really young and I was like, I'm hustling and,
Yeah.
trying to, and it did not do anything for me in the end.
Right. No, I
Right?
I look
Yeah.
back and I'm like, I wish I would have taken a break. I think
Hmm.
I would have prevented the 2 years later extreme burnout where I basically, in my opinion, like I basically like stopped making art. Like I really did
Hmm.
for a period in 2024, like I didn't make anything. And then 2025, I was extremely depressed and I didn't hardly make anything. Like I think I
Hmm.
finished like maybe 4 paintings that year.
Oh, wow.
Like
Yeah.
it was really rough. But
Yeah.
it was because of a lot of reasons, but I think part of it
Mhm.
was because I pushed myself so hard after my kids were born that I was just like I was tapped out.
Yeah. Well, it has to come from somewhere, right?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
like
And we have
um
limited resources.
we
Like,
do, and
yeah,
our bodies only can produce so much happy
absolutely.
juice to like keep going. Um, I started this year medicating my ADHD. And that
Okay.
was something that someone said to me. They're like, "Yeah, I had to stop taking that because it's kind of like stealing from the future.
Yeah,
You're
I
taking,
understand that
yeah." And I was
completely.
like, "Yeah, I can totally see that." However, I still have to function today. So
Absolutely.
it's fine but yeah, you do have to manage it. But I feel like when we work really hard in those situations, a part of it is stealing from the future.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even if it's keeping you afloat in the moment,
Hmm.
you're gonna have to reckon with it in the future sometime.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And like I know that you've touched on this a little bit in your social media,
Mhm.
and like you can or you cannot say as much as you like, but just
Yeah.
about on like mental health stuff with being an artist. I think now I have a little working theory,
Yes.
and I guess a part of me that wanted to like restart this again was
Yeah.
kind of like, I'm still curious about this, but I kind of think that everyone who's an artist probably falls into that neurodivergent camp.
100%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm there.
I would say so because I feel like we're all kind of wired a little funky, and I think
Yeah.
that's what makes us able to perceive the world and then recreate it in
Yes.
our own idea. And like this is a new term, right? It's not something that was around when I was a kid. I don't know if this was around when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, you were just a kid nobody liked. And you know,
See, I
and
was
you're
the
just a nerd and
opposite.
a geek.
I was
Yeah.
like the perfect kid.
Okay.
I was well behaved, quiet, extremely studious,
Hmm.
all of the above. I was the firstborn. I was the oldest of
Yeah.
four girls. So I was the perfect one. And I was smart and I was artistic and that was my label. And then when I was a teenager, it started to fall apart, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
And
I can kind of identify with some of that because like
yeah.
I was always told I was the good girl and whatever.
Hmm.
And but I really struggled in school with certain things. And I feel like especially social things.
Yeah. Oh,
Um
I
yeah.
struggled very, very much socially. I was also homeschooled.
Okay. So was I.
For, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in school for a little bit and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, there were periods that I was in public school or private Christian school.
Yeah.
Um, but for a lot of it, I was homeschooled, and that made my social anxiety that was already bad quite a lot worse when I
Hmm.
finally re-entered school, which was in 8th grade,
Okay.
which was a big deal. That's a very
Yeah.
pivotal time.
Totally. Yeah. It's
And then
totally
I
pivotal.
moved and started high school in a completely different state. And so
Okay.
that was kind of a shock to the system as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. I know I did that to my kids. We just moved from BC, which is beautiful.
I lived
Um,
right next to the border in Canada and right under
oh,
BC. So
oh wow. Yeah, well so I grew up in Vancouver, so
okay, so
very
yeah.
much the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, Linden, Bellingham area of
Yep.
Washington. Yep,
Yeah.
where I grew
And
up.
we used to go across the border because my grandma had a house there, so she had a vacation house. So we were very like
That's
that
like that was my
straddling that border.
birthplace. Yeah.
Yep, same. And I miss the ocean all the time.
So do I.
I think it was probably like that mermaid thing that
Yeah.
was like,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
100%. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
totally. I'm still fascinated. Um, but so when I was like about 18, 19, I moved to Ottawa for a little bit, came back, and then after that I've lived in the Okanagan. So
Okay.
Okanagan is, for those who don't know, like um a temperate desert. And
That's where I live in Eastern Oregon.
okay.
So
Okay,
same
yeah.
kind of thing. It's
Same. Yeah.
deserty. It's not green.
It's
It
beautiful.
is
And
beautiful.
I mean, we moved just 3 years ago
Okay.
from there to Alberta. So
Oh.
we're in central Alberta now because after COVID, everyone who lived in Vancouver sold their dumps that are worth millions and moved to the Okanagan. And people
Oh.
were having like these crazy bidding wars. And so, anyways, we had to move. And uh, everything in BC was so expensive.
Oh,
So,
I can imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all that to say, my kids are very bitter.
You know what? I was that kid once. They will get
I
over
hope
it. But
so.
it sucks at the
It
time.
does
But
suck.
that's
It
okay.
does suck. It's kind of like I was trying to think like Alberta is it's still snowing out.
I
Like
mean,
it's
we
April.
had some snow last week, I think it
Okay,
was.
but we haven't stopped snowing, Bryn. It is insane. I live in Narnia. It's disgusting.
That
I hate
would
it.
that would be a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That
a
would be a
total
bummer.
bummer. It's a total bummer. And like it's April and there's still snow on the
Yeah.
ground.
That's
So anyway, I was trying to think like what is it about the landscape that's so different from say the Pacific Northwest, right? Where you've got these trees, you've got like the mists, it's very magical.
yeah.
Um, I think what's weird about here is it's sort of like you can see such far distances and
Oh
there's
yeah.
this undulating kind of landscape. It's sort of like being on the ocean and you're able to
Oh,
like see a ship from here to there. You don't know if they're friend or foe. So it has this weird, like unnerving, unsettling
interesting.
kind of like uh, that's how I liken it anyway. It's different.
Has that mood like shown up in your art at all?
I don't know. I feel like I'm so close to my work, it's hard for me
Yeah,
to like parse that out. But do you feel like where you live really influences
for
your
sure.
work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I do use my like I'll go out and take pictures of like the woods, the mountains, the deserts, that kind of
Hmm.
thing, and I will use that as reference in my work. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Nice. I miss it all the time.
I
Just
love
send
it.
me pictures and I'll just
Yeah,
sit there and
I love it here.
cry.
I really do. Like people will ask me like, why do you live there when you have these skills? Like you could go live like in
Mhm.
Eugene or Portland and be so much more successful. And it's like it's number one, it's very complicated. I have my entire life here. And also I like
Totally.
it here. Like
Right?
I mean, the town I live in has I think like 1,500 people and we are the
Oh,
biggest
wow.
town for like 3 hours.
So
Or
do
I guess
you
it was
have
like
any
2
like do you have any like cryptid or like
we have a big
stories like that?
we have a big Bigfoot culture here.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
We actually on my street the other day there was like it was like a official Bigfoot like headquarters, like
Oh,
a van
really?
that came like
Oh, wow.
driving by. It was kind of cool. My kids loved it.
Oh, yeah. I love that stuff.
Me too.
I grew up in a time when they were shooting the X-Files in Vancouver.
I have seen a UFO here.
Oh,
Like
did
I've
you?
I've seen some weird stuff in the
Oh,
sky because
really?
there's no light pollution whatsoever here.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of
you
cool.
got to tell me about that. Tell me about it. I need to hear about
Well,
it.
I remember, so I was like a teenager, and me and my sister, we would go outside at night, and especially in the summertime, and just look up at the stars because they were so bright, and you'd see tons of
Yeah.
shooting stars all the time. And I remember we saw this, like, it was like a triangle. It was like dot, 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 and like a red triangle in the middle. And we watched it
Mhm.
like show up, go really fast, stop, and then disappear.
Wow.
No idea
That's
what it was, but
amazing.
it was really cool. And I can still like see it in my mind because it was so vivid.
Really, hey?
Yeah.
Like, how far away was it?
I mean, it was very high in the sky.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like you could hear it or anything, but it was
Mhm.
really cool. She was so freaked out.
Really, hey? I've heard that they're like when people do experience them, they're silent. Like they
Yeah,
don't
it
have
was
a
very
sound.
silent. There was no sound whatsoever.
Yeah. That's really crazy. I've
Yeah.
really gotten more into it in the last little while, just like listening to stories
Yeah.
about it. Have you ever heard the story of the, and I'm probably gonna say it wrong, Pentosh UFO?
I have not.
No. So it was a triangular UFO. And this was over somewhere in Wales, I think.
Okay.
And so they get like a lot of UFOs and stuff in that
Interesting.
area. And apparently it was a triangular craft that they just like whoever this person was saw it. This always stuck out to me. It
Hmm.
like just kind of sliced into the sky and just appeared. It was
Weird.
like it just went like it was behind something and came
That's
out.
so crazy.
And
But like,
I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't know if you like are familiar with the work of, I think his name is John Brazio or something like that.
it sounds vaguely familiar.
But he does some work like that, like with UFOs and whatever. Um, and I was really fascinated with his work at the time too. And I was just like, man, I just want him to paint this scene. Um, I always feel so inadequate painting stuff like that, but it would be so cool
Yeah, absolutely.
to like, yeah, I love that stuff. It's cool. I like that there's a bit of wonder and mystery in the world.
Absolutely. Because, like, you see it and you're like, what even, like, you have no logical explanation for it.
Hmm.
But a lot of people around here have seen weird stuff. I mean, it's
That's what I've
cool
heard.
because you can see the Milky Way here. Like, it's so beautiful. And,
Hmm.
like, you see shooting stars all the time. Just a while ago, there was actually, I didn't get to see it, but there was apparently like a green meteor
Huh.
that shot and people could see it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is cool. I know I've heard a lot of like, there's like a mountain around there, I think, that's like the most paranormal or whatever
Um,
mountain.
how in Oregon, there's lots of paranormal stuff. Like,
Hmm.
um, I have not spent much time on the west side of the state, but
Hmm.
I know that there's like a spot where there's like weird things with gravity, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
yeah, I
Huh.
don't remember what it's called because I don't spend much time over there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of weird stuff in Oregon. There's a lot of folklore here. It's
Yeah.
cool.
That's what I like about it there. There's just there's so much mystery. Um, and I don't know if you've ever spent any time on Vancouver Island there.
No, I never got
No?
to.
Okay. Well, very like very mystical,
Yeah.
like people hang out there. It's very artsy fartsy
Oh
hippie
yeah.
kind of place. But there's all sorts of stories about stuff there too.
I feel
Um,
like the Pacific Northwest is just like the most artsy place you could be. Like I love it.
totally. Yeah, totally. I know that's one thing I kind of miss. I remember being like a kid, like I was probably 10 or 11, and we're down by Granville Market. I don't know where in Granville Market, and I don't know, you probably have never been there, but Granville Market is like the place to be on a weekend. And there's all this, it's like a little, there's all this homemade food, like it's great
Yeah.
food, it's great, like it's right by the ocean. Right, it's right by everything. So everyone just walks everywhere. And it's packed. And I remember this lady like pushing her way through um to tell me that I had the most beautiful aura she'd ever seen. And I
Oh,
was
that's
just like,
cool.
I just was like, okay, right? I'm a kid. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
even know what she's talking about. But
right.
I just remember thinking, I think back to that memory. I'm like, that is the most quintessential, like Vancouver or like Pacific Northwest kind of thing. So I was like, I gotta tell you.
I love
You
I
have a
love I
beautiful
love
spirit.
experiences like that. I do.
Yeah,
I love it. And
yeah,
I run into those kind of people like almost more, I feel like more than most, because I feel like I project that kind of energy. And so
probably.
yeah, and I love woo-woo people, mystical people, because I am one of them.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's interesting too, like and this happened to me actually in Okanagan. How our laundry machine broke, one of them broke. So I'm
Hmm.
at the laundromat and there's this lady there and she's like legit crazy. Like legit cray cray.
Uh-huh.
Um native lady and she's telling me all these stories and she's like I find out she's not actually from the Okanagan. She's like a Navajo, and she
Okay.
came up here and she like married someone who is anyway. She's telling me these insane stories, but there's stuff in them that's like so interesting and
Hmm.
like connects the dots to other things. So you never know what you're gonna find, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like hearing people's wild, crazy stuff.
Me too. I love it.
It's great. Um, Okay, I will ask you one of the questions on my
Okay,
board.
yes.
What is your biggest challenge as a living artist?
Um, so I consider myself lucky that I am not entirely financially responsible for my family. So like if I were, I would say like probably the financial side is the biggest challenge, but
Yeah,
my biggest challenge is finding time
right.
as a mother of two children. And you have to get real strict with your time if you want to be productive at all.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, time.
Time.
And
Yes.
something I've gotten a lot better at, but just confidence. Like
Right.
I I am, it may not appear this way, but I am an extremely like self-conscious person. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think especially within a small town, I've gotten a lot better, but like
Hmm.
just being an artsy person and
Yeah.
like projecting your true creative self out into the world
Hmm.
and putting yourself out there and being vulnerable is a challenge for me.
So like where does this challenge where do you like come up against it on your everyday life? Like do you
Well,
write posts and then delete them
I
or
do that a lot. Yeah, I
yeah.
do. Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
a lot. Or like if I'm going to the grocery store, like I will tone myself down.
Mm.
Um, and when I don't, I get weird looks.
Do you?
I do.
That's so
I
funny.
I live in a very conservative place, and I don't necessarily mean that
Okay.
politically. I mean that
Right.
like people are just very um I don't know. They're not very expressive.
Okay. No, that's
It-
fair. They're very
yeah.
utilitarian.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
so I've gotten a lot more comfortable projecting my true self out there, but I'm still a work in progress, and that is a challenge for me because I mean, like I'm in therapy to try to
Yeah.
deal with these kind of personal issues. But like I
Hmm.
do struggle with confidence, and I do struggle with I struggle with marketing because I'm
Yeah.
scared of putting myself out there and like
Hmm.
see like I'm always scared of like people thinking, who does she think she is? Like
Right? And I feel like that's more on women than it is on men.
it absolutely is because like I said, like some dude could draw what I'm drawing and he would have no problem being as confident as he wanted to be. But
Totally.
when it's a woman, it's almost like we look at ourselves through the eyes of other people much more than men do, I feel like.
Mm, yeah.
And so I whenever I do something, whether it's marketing or dressing how I want, I look at myself through the eyes of potentially other people,
Hmm.
and I'm working on that.
And I feel like you can feel it in a different way too.
Yeah.
Like there's that level, and I know after raising a bunch of girls, and like, I only
Mhm.
raised one boy, but like raised one boy.
I got one of
Um,
each.
yeah, I have four girls.
Oh my gosh.
So, but they get to a certain point where in their development, and it's got to be like 7, 8, where they kind of become catty and mean,
Uh-huh.
and that doesn't really go away till like after middle school. And I feel like that social thing is
Mhm.
a way that women kind of pen one another in and like
Yeah.
establish dominance.
Yeah.
And it's like that mean girl thing. I think
Yep.
that's why women are so much more sensitive to it, is because you're like conditioned to that.
Absolutely.
Whereas
From such
guys
a young
don't do
age.
that. Yeah, men
Yeah.
don't do that. They don't do that
No.
at all, not socially. It's like if there's any kind of dominance issue, it's outward.
Absolutely. And I I respect that about men. I wish women could just be more like to your face about things like men
Right?
are.
And
Yeah.
and this is always where I've struggled, is like, is that person being sincere, or
Yeah.
right? Like I don't know. And
Is there an ulterior motive?
right, and
Yeah.
like, and if there is, it went way over my head. That's
Yeah.
happened so
Yeah.
many times. I can't, and someone will be like, that person is being mean to you. Like, oh, I didn't even know. Right? Like, yeah,
Or like you play back a conversation in your head and you're like,
yeah,
wait, was that a dig?
right. And you just kind of like, oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, or had like the worst response
Yep.
all the
I've been
time,
there.
all the time. But I think that's something about art where it's like it makes you have to be honest.
It does. And especially like for me, like I create from a place where I need, like, I create for creation's sake a lot of the
Right.
time.
Right.
And so when I do that, like I am putting my feelings out there and my inner world out there for people to
Mhm.
critique. And
Right.
like that's just the nature of putting your work out there. And
Hmm.
for a long time, like I was very, very, very sensitive to it.
Hmm.
I've gotten a lot better because like I've had a couple pieces go semi-viral and like
Yes, I remember seeing that,
and like people will tear it apart.
which is
And
wild.
I mean, it is what it is. They'll tell people will tear anything apart if
It's
enough
true.
eyes are on it. And making peace with that and just not looking at the comments
Mm,
is very helpful. So I've
that's
learned
good.
to like, yes, I can look at the comments, but like I have to um, have a limit on it, and that has
Yeah,
helped.
definitely. So
Both good and bad because I feel like positive validation can be really dangerous as well because then you're
can
constantly chasing that validation.
totally. And so like when you were a kid and you were
Mhm.
doing your little mermaid drawings and whatever,
Yes.
was this something that you did for you, or were you looking for validation from other people?
100% for me. When
Okay.
I was a kid, it was all for me. And yes, I had people be like, oh my God, you're so incredibly talented. You're gonna go so far, like all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and that did feel good, but like I was drawing weird stuff that nobody understood. Like
Mm,
that was all for
okay.
me.
Awesome. That's awesome
Yeah.
though.
Like
Um,
I just went through a bunch of my stuff from when I was a teenager, and yeah, it was weird. Like there was some weird
really?
stuff that I forgot about, but like I was doing it for me.
Yeah. And I don't know if you were like this. I was like that kid that just wanted to sit in that room and make stuff.
Me too,
Yeah.
100%. And
Yeah.
it was seen kind of negatively when I was growing up because I had a somewhat dysfunctional childhood, and like
Okay.
they kind of took it as me just being angry and selfish and keeping everything to myself and not wanting to interact with anybody, when it was just like I was a very sensitive introverted kid and I liked to just make things and be in
Hmm.
my own little world, and it was never like a response to anybody else. It was just what I liked.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember sitting in my room and just being like, I remember getting done a craft and being like, oh, just want to make something, but I don't know
Yeah.
what. And
Yeah.
like it was just in you to make stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's never really gone away. Like I
Same with
just
me.
have
Like
to.
I do all kinds of different creative things. Like I do
Hmm.
jewelry. I like to
Hmm.
cook. I like to
Yeah.
do lots of different things. I like to sew.
Yeah.
Anything that I can do
Hmm.
to create is good for me.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's so good to have like so many different outlets.
Hmm.
And I almost feel like because I started working at this pottery place. And that's always been something that's interesting to me. I almost feel like it's a distraction or like a rabbit hole that if I go down, I'm gonna never paint again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have stuff in your life that's like that?
I mean, not necessarily. Painting for me is like my North Star. That is where, like, that's my guiding light, is painting and drawing. Like those
Hmm.
are the things that are so intrinsic to me as a person that like I could never find anything to replace them. So that's how I
Cool.
feel. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Um, do you feel like there's some kind of ultimate goal like that you're always striving for?
Yes,
Okay.
actually. So I don't know if I'll ever achieve it. Like my ultimate goal is to just create art that I feel perfectly represents the emotion that I'm trying to convey. And like it
Mm.
sounds kind of silly because I do a lot
Yeah,
of
no.
pinup art and like fun stuff like that, but like there are certain, and I don't want to like diminish that kind of work, that more
Yeah.
illustrative work, because that is important to me as well. But there are
Hmm.
certain emotional paintings that I have kind of like stashed in deep in my soul that I want to
Hmm.
be able to paint someday. And
Right.
like getting to that level where I feel like I'm ready to tackle those things, that's
Hmm.
my ultimate goal.
Mm.
And my ultimate goal, like I do have smaller goals, like smaller financial goals or like
Right.
number based goals. But
Hmm.
really my ultimate goal is to just feel so incredibly aligned with a painting
Mm.
that I feel like it properly conveys what I'm trying to express. I know that's like a weird way of
No, I
putting
think
it,
that's
but
like, I mean, I mean, and this is something that I've looked into about like how men perceive success versus women perceive success.
yeah,
Like, I feel like your success is like your idea of success is so
it
personally
is very personal.
entwined with like being true to who you are.
Yes.
Whereas some people, you ask them that question, they're like, well, I want this award and
Yeah.
I want, I want to be on this spread for this magazine, like
Right.
it's very goal oriented in that sense, where it's like, I want this legacy and I want this
Yeah,
validation.
right.
Um, what I'm hearing from you is like, I just want to be able to express like the purest part of my soul.
Yes, that is a very
Right?
good way of putting it. And I think it's taken me a long time to get to that point because for
Hmm.
most of my career, I viewed like having solo shows at galleries and selling paintings for
Hmm.
thousands of dollars as like success.
Right.
That was success to me. And at a certain point, I realized that's not what I want actually. Like, I actually, not only that, but like with my current circumstances, like I just don't have the time to dedicate to that kind of goal.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I don't know if that would even like satisfy me in the end. I think
Mm.
being true to myself and painting from the heart and the soul, that would satisfy me.
Hmm. Are you worried that one day your paintings will end up in a thrift store, or like that they won't be valued if you don't give them like some kind of provenance? And
I mean, yes and no. I mean, for me, like the physical painting itself, like I don't know how to put this, but like I've had paintings get destroyed by accident. And
hmm.
like yes, it's sad, but like I got other stuff to do. Like I've got new
Yeah.
things to create. And like the thought of my paintings being devalued in the future, like it does bother me, but
Hmm.
I mean, once they're out of my hands, they're out of my hands. Like there's nothing I can
Right.
do about it.
And do you feel like once you've finished painting it, you're done with it anyway?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm like,
See, I feel
okay,
that way too.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. Like,
That's
people
why
have
it
said
feels
that to
weird
me. Like,
sometimes to,
oh, my paintings are my babies. And I'm
yeah, no,
like,
I don't
oh,
feel that way at
I
all,
don't feel that way at
actually.
all.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I don't feel that way at all. And I think that speaks to like what you're doing too, is you're working through something that fascinates you,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I think that's where just having watched your work for a long time, I think that you're working out an idea, and
Yes.
then when you're done with the idea, it's kind of like,
Yeah, because I don't know
whatever.
where,
I have to go
uh,
do that next
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
honestly, like I don't know where my pieces are going to take me when I start them. Like
Hmm.
they go every which way they go because I just like to go in the flow state and I like to just see where things take me. And then I
Hmm.
learn stuff, I learn new things, and then I'm done. Like
Mm.
that's kind of the process.
Yeah. Totally. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. And like that's one of the things that I think you see a lot more with artists who have been doing a long time and
Hmm.
are very prolific. Like people sometimes tell me I'm prolific. I'm like, no, 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 no. Like Brynn is prolific. Like
I used to be.
at you create art at a speed that is intimidating.
Really?
Like I think so, because I could never create that quickly. I'm like, whoa, holy crap! How'd you make
I
that all so quickly?
I feel like I take too long. Like
I don't think so. I mean,
okay, well that's
I'm
good.
terrible for like, if I don't have a deadline, I won't finish it.
That's
I'm
why
so
I
bad at
have to
that.
give myself deadlines.
Yeah. Well,
My
that's
next
good.
deadline is next Wednesday.
There you go. And you have a new collection coming out, don't
I
you?
do. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. That's my deadline. So, yeah, I don't know how many pieces there will be in total because I'm still working on them and I just don't know how many I'm going to get done. And I was just
Hmm.
talking to my husband last night about it, like
Hmm.
in tears, because I'm just like, I'm going to let people down again because I don't have everything done.
Oh, you won't
Um,
let anyone down.
like I have pieces done, but like not as many as I wanted.
Mm.
And I feel like that happens every time because I overestimate how much time I have when
Yeah,
like the reality is I'm a mom and like things are out of my control.
totally.
My time more or less is out of my control. Like I can set aside time for when I know that I'll be able to work, but
Hmm.
beyond that, who knows?
Right.
And so when life happens, like I don't get as much time, and it's hard to make peace with that, but I've
Hmm.
made peace with that. But
Yeah, and I
again,
always thought that that would go away when they were older. Like
it's gotten worse.
it's gotten worse. Like my oldest is turning 18 this year.
Oh,
She's graduating.
wow.
And my youngest is turning 11 in a few months. So you would think they need like less from me. That's not
But
the
with the
case.
sports, school events, stuff like
Yeah.
that, like,
And we don't even do sports. Like my kids are not really that into them. Like we a few
yeah,
of them do through school, but like not really. But
yeah.
it's just even that time that you have to take, especially as a mother, and like talk to them
Yes, I have
about being human
yes,
beings.
I have a almost 7-year-old, and he is an extremely sensitive little guy. So I
Mhm.
have to make time to sit down and like be very intentional with him. And
Mm,
so and I love that. And but that
yeah,
does take time away from my work, which is okay. But
totally,
yeah.
totally. I mean,
And I have
and
a
I'm sure.
3-year-old who's just insane. She's a tornado. So
Yeah. Uh, I'm sure you hear this all day long every time you go to the grocery store, but people are like, "Oh, it goes by so fast." But
oh
it
yeah. Oh
literally
yeah.
does go by so fast.
It does.
I look back at those comments, and even though I was kind of like,
I know
it's
you roll
so true.
we roll our eyes at them, but then one day you realize, 5 years have passed and it's
Hmm.
like, "Whoa, how? Like,
How? I
how is
know.
my child almost 7 and I feel like I was pregnant yesterday?"
Yeah. And I feel like it just is exponential.
Mhm.
Like my son is 16 and we're trying to get him driving, encourage him to drive. And
Yeah.
he's like bigger than me. And I remember when he was just like 7 and he was just so small and so like doing his thing. But it just goes so
It
quickly.
does.
It's almost hard to look back. Like
It
every time I look back at like their pictures and whatever from then, I'm like, I can't do this. Like I just
I
not
I get
able to.
very emotional, especially because, like, when they were babies, like, there's a lot of memory gaps for me, and so
Hmm.
realizing that is very heartbreaking,
Yeah. I
but
feel like the first 2, 3 years, like I don't remember much from
I
it.
don't I don't remember
No.
anything their first years. I have
Hmm.
there's, like, bits and pieces, but, like, I don't remember
Hmm.
much.
They always ask me things, when did I walk? What was my
I'm
first
like, "I
year?
don't
And I'm
even
like,
know."
I don't know.
I
I
can check the
don't
dates
know.
and photos, I
I don't
guess.
know, but I do know you're still alive. So
Yeah.
yeah. We
Exactly.
didn't drop you on your head that much.
Yeah.
So you're good. That's all I remember. I
Yep.
actually, I don't know if this is the same for you, but I find Sandy remembers more than I do of those
What?
sorts of things. Sandy, my husband, he
Oh, yeah,
remembers
yeah, yeah.
more of
Sorry,
that kind of
you cut
stuff.
out a little bit, so
Oh,
I was
did I? Oh,
yeah, my
sorry about that.
husband remembers everything, it seems like, and I'm like,
Good.
"I'm sorry, I
Oh,
don't."
yeah. How do you do that? I don't know.
I think
Um,
it's because we were the moms, and I think we had a lot of hormonal changes too,
Definitely.
and, like, our brains were mushy at the time.
Yeah, it's true. I even look back at it's almost been 18 years. Um, and I'm like, wow, I was so like I just remember being so exhausted and so
Yeah,
tired and it was
yep.
just so much and um yeah, it's crazy to think back.
I remember, like, I was such an anxious mess when my children were little that I was trying to survive on, like, an hour and a half to 3 hours of sleep every night,
Hmm.
and that obviously didn't end well, but, like, I remember,
Yeah.
like, there were times where I was doing that, and I'm like, "I don't know how I made it."
No. And it's like, I wonder why I wasn't like all there and my memories aren't
Yeah,
all
it's like,
there
I
and
wonder why I made those illogical decisions.
right? It's, I I think I read this somewhere that like a mother going through that whole early childhood phase, is the same kind of, it's almost like PTSD that
I believe that.
someone who goes through war, like the
Yeah.
level of sleep deprivation, the level of like just stress, it's very similar.
Exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
I
get
believe that.
depleted. Yeah, yeah. And people will bring like have their little baby. Oh, you want to hold my little baby? I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I I do I have a really hard time with that. Like, I was never a baby person prior to my own
Me
kids,
neither.
and
Yeah,
now even more so, I'm like I'm, like, afraid.
me too.
Like,
Yes, thank you.
it gives me anxiety.
Yeah, I feel that way too. And like, so we had very premature babies.
Mm.
And my daughter, she was born at 25 weeks.
Oh my
So that's six
gosh.
months gestation. So that's
Oh,
like very, very early. And I remember that whole like just so much fear, right?
absolutely.
Because she'd choke on things and almost die like all the time. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Um, but I think like that really there's something about going through that kind of traumatic pain that does influence work. I
Yeah,
feel
and
like.
I had an emergency with my daughter's birth. I had preeclampsia and I had to get
Oh, wow.
flown to Boise, which the entire
Hmm.
pregnancy I had signs of preeclampsia at 13
Mm.
weeks.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like, the whole pregnancy was very stressful, and then I ended
And
up getting.
did they not treat you for it
We
or?
did, yeah, I was
Okay,
treated the
that's
whole
good.
time. I was
Okay,
monitored very closely,
that's good.
but I had to get flown out at 30 36 weeks and some
Okay.
change.
Right.
So, like, it wasn't that bad, but,
Hmm.
I mean, it was still very scary.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
she had really bad jaundice, and I
Hmm.
blamed myself just because that's what I do.
Hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm still working through that. Like, I blamed
Totally.
myself so much for that experience, and that was very hard for me. Like,
Hmm.
seeing my tiny baby, like, wrapped up in this, like, light blanket, trying to get her jaundice taken care of, and I'm like, "I'm so
Hmm.
sorry." And I just
But it's like
yeah.
you don't have any control over that, right? And
I know
that's
that, but,
like
like,
that's the hard thing. Oh, and we
it's
want to
so
make
hard.
sense of it. I mean, I
Yeah.
went through the same thing. I blame myself for years for all of it, and it's why? Like
Yeah,
we think that we have so much control, but we
and we
don't.
don't.
No. And I
But
think that's why I did turn to art at a certain point
yeah,
because it's something I can control.
absolutely.
And I've seen this with other people who go through grief, and loss. They'll like become obsessive about cleaning their house or they'll
Yeah.
become obsessive about something and it's like their way of controlling their life.
Yeah, and I do struggle with some of that, like, I do struggle trying to, like, control my kids' safety. I have
Mm.
severe health anxiety because of it,
Mm.
and so, like, I'm still working through that.
Oh yeah. I think we're all just a work in progress.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. There's no I believe that there's, like, no state of, like, perfectly healed. You're always
no.
gonna be working on something, and I think that's
Hmm.
just a human thing.
That's something I've heard from a therapist too. I was talking to her about um, something, and I was like, I don't understand why this is coming up again.
Yeah.
And because she was showing me this technique. It's called sandbox. Uh,
Okay.
that she was like, well, I was thinking of doing this like with one of our kids, and because all of my kids have learning issues, surprise. Um,
Yeah, my
and
son.
yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
yeah, and I think it's actually harder to pick up in girls. Where it
Oh, yeah.
becomes more obvious is when in that middle school to high school, where
Mm,
they've been able to follow along with their peers to a certain point, and then they just can't,
right.
right? So another fun thing to look forward to.
Yay!
Yay! Motherhood.
Yay,
Uh,
it's such a walk in the park.
it is, right? Yeah. So we were talking about this sandbox thing, and She's like, yeah, well, I'll just show you what it is. And so she does this little demo for me, and I'm just like bawling everywhere. And
Yeah, that's me in
and
therapy. I
I'm like,
just
I
cry the whole
don't
time.
understand. Like, why is this coming up again when I feel like I've already dealt with some of this
Hmm.
stuff? And she's like, well, that's normal for people to like get to a certain period of growth, and then that comes up again.
Yeah,
And you get to a certain point of development and it comes up again. And I feel like I'm really starting to understand that, having lived through 4 decades now,
yeah.
where I'm getting to a point where I can look back at my 20-year-old self and think of her as a parent of someone that's almost that age,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
have this different perspective, and you can kind of say to your former self, it's okay. Like,
I have to do that too a
yeah,
lot. I have to go back and just be like, you did what you could at the time with what you
right.
knew.
Here's an interesting thought. um I was just watching this thing about from this author who wrote a book called Time Loops, and he's
Okay.
talking about how his theory is that your future self is always informing your past self.
Oh,
So when you have like he's talking about precognitive dreams, and
yeah.
like these things that where you're like, "Oh, that's weird that that happened," or "How did I know that was going to happen?"
I have
And he's
moments like that. Yeah.
right. And he's like, "That's actually just your future self have experienced that, and it's going in it like a loop of whatever."
Yeah.
Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's kind of a cool idea though.
Well, it's
Um,
like the idea of like cycles and like you have to go through almost the same kind of scenario over and over again to learn the lessons that need to be learned.
mhm,
Like I read something like that a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because I do have
mhm,
repeating patterns,
mhm.
and like, yeah,
It's interesting too, like how we have like, especially if you're an artist, you can like see your thought right
yes,
there in front of you. Now,
yes,
this is how blind I am to my own stuff. Um, I did a painting a little while ago, and it's like this diamond shape, and there's a picture of it's a portrait. And there's an eye on the subject's chest, and there's like a
uh-huh,
butterfly above it. And I just thought it would look cool.
yeah, cool
And I
imagery.
was just kind of like, whatever. And I'd taken this picture where I was holding it, and for whatever reason, I did not clue in that I have a tattoo with a butterfly and an eye. And I was holding it with that hand, and it
Oh,
took me months to realize that. And I was like, oh, weird. That's so
that's so
bizarre.
cool.
But yeah, like, and this one, I did this on myself. It wasn't my best moment, but
That's okay.
but it was like just very hard to get that stretch and to tattoo
Yeah,
yourself. Tattooing yourself is super hard. Um,
I've done stick
but
and books on myself.
yeah, yeah, I have too. But this was a the I do not recommend, because there's something
Yeah.
about your instinct that kicks in. And I went into shock
Oh,
at a certain point, because you're doing your wrist, right? And you're going
yeah.
over like veins and arteries and
That's a
stuff, and
it is a painful spot.
it's a painful
It's a
spot,
very
but
painful
I
spot.
think like psychologically it can be
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah, no,
Don't recommend.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
I think that's interesting, like symbols coming back. Like,
so like I have a little bit of a story. So like
yeah.
I got this the Gemini because I have a Gemini moon and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm Leo sun, and it ended
Oh,
up
cool.
that my son is a Gemini and my daughter is a
Oh,
Leo, and I got these years before I had my kids.
weird.
And I was like,
Okay.
hey, it's kind of like I got
That's a
tattoos
little
for you.
cheesy. Yeah. I already did that. Don't
Yeah.
have to do it again.
I actually did do it again though, because this one's for my son and my
Okay.
shark is for my daughter.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
I did uh my unicorn pieces kind of like
Ooh,
that.
that's
Um,
beautiful.
so all my kids have like nature names.
Oh,
So
cool.
um there's like an ash tree for my son. There's willow branches for one of my daughters. There's like a lily and
That's
a scroll,
beautiful.
and they're all like symbolic of their names. Um, I never really thought I would do a tattoo like that.
Yeah.
Because when I saw other people doing that, I was kind of like, it's cheesy.
I mean, it
But here
can
I
be.
am
I
embracing the
know. But I've
cheese.
got a dinosaur and a shark. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're cool.
I'm kind of like going with the animal theme for a while.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you gotta, I don't know, like it's your body, you should enjoy
Yeah.
it. That's what I
It's just
think anyway.
decoration.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't I don't know. I think that's like way more normal than when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
way more normal now.
Yeah, definitely. And you see a lot of people that have had tattoos for a long time that
Hmm.
are older now, and yeah, it's
Yeah.
way more normal.
I don't think anyone bats an eye anymore. Like
No.
there were a couple people in town that like looked at me weird after I got my snake, and
Right.
that was kind of jarring to me, but I mean, that was around the same time where I just started dressing more extravagantly as well. So,
Right. Yeah, well, go out on the town.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much you can do really in a small town that's
There's
exciting,
nothing. And
right?
I don't drink, so like
Yeah.
I don't go out at all ever.
Yeah, that's yeah. Do you find you have like a circle of people that you hang
Yeah,
out with? Yeah.
I have my friends and we have kids. So like
Okay. That's
that's what
good.
we do. Yeah, we're moms.
Yeah.
But they're also creative people, so
Oh, that's
we
good.
we have a lot of things we can relate to each other about, which is really nice.
That's really good. That's
Yeah.
good to have that support group.
Yeah.
In a way, like I know it's not necessarily called that, but like just having a support system there
Yeah, I have a
of
great
people.
support system. I
That's
really
good.
do. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my husband's family, my family, and my friends, like, I have a
Hmm.
great support system.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That was one thing that was weird about going to a different province.
I
Um,
bet.
yeah, because it's just like a world away from everyone.
Yeah. Oh, that
It's
would be
very
very
different.
hard.
Yeah, it was tricky, but I don't know. It was fine too at the same time. But
Yeah.
yeah, provinces in BC or provinces in Canada are huge. So
Yeah, they're like
that's
huge slices of land.
yeah, they're
Whereas in the
huge.
States, they're a lot smaller. I mean, on the west side, they're a lot bigger, but still
Hmm.
nothing compared to Canada.
That's because it's just a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's really not much up there. Like,
Yeah,
we're all
true.
kind of down by the border, and then
Yeah.
everything else is too cold or too miserable or too
Hmm.
far away from
Too
infrastructure. And
remote. Yeah.
yeah, very remote. Um, yeah, I don't know. It gets cold. It gets cold in the north.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, I know. I'm like in central Alberta and I'm like, this is too much. I hate it. I can't even imagine going
Yeah,
north of
that would be
this.
tough.
Yeah, I would think so. But I don't know, people do it. People
Yeah,
do it for work mostly.
that makes sense. Yeah. If you
Hmm.
had a reason to be there, that would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Like lots of people are like, oh yeah, I live there, it's no big deal. Um, Even just very, very northernly, like in
Yeah,
Nunavut and whatever. Like, why? But there's all those gold mines and everything up there. So,
true. Yeah.
yeah, Canada's weird. It's so big.
Yeah, it's beautiful there though.
It can be. There are
Yeah.
definitely beautiful parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But very, I don't know. It's different. Every single place I've been is very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
In
like that,
any other context, it'd be
yeah, I
different
mean, in
countries.
America though, like it's so vastly different, like everywhere
Mm.
you go. I was in New Orleans last month and
Oh,
like
wow.
it was so completely different from where I live. It was
Really?
awesome. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. What were you there for? Just fun
I
or?
was there for a book convention
Oh,
thing.
cool.
Yeah. So that was really
Oh,
fun.
That is cool. That's
Yeah.
like Anne Rice and
It was
all
more
that.
like just like the dark romance community that I've
Yeah.
kind of found myself in. I actually applied to be a vendor next year, so we'll see
Oh,
what
cool.
happens. Yeah.
That's cool. So how does that work if you're, or no, you're in the States. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
in the
like,
States, so I could just
I'm like,
travel
oh,
there
yeah, that's
and
cool.
just travel there. Traveling there was a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
boy.
But it's because like in the States right now, we've got a
Yeah.
lot going
Traveling.
on.
That's
And
crazy.
TSA was a mess, and
Oh,
just most things are a mess right now.
yeah. I have not ventured south in many moons. And
Yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend it.
I I didn't want to send artwork to the States for a
Mm,
while because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with all the tariff stuff. And
honestly,
then
yeah.
the first show I sent to the States was for a show with Evolved Gallery, which is
Oh, okay, yeah,
a newer gallery I'd
yeah.
never worked with before, but they had a show about unidentified objects, and I was like, oh,
Oh,
I gotta do that,
cool.
like if I
Yeah.
can. So I sent a couple of little pieces down there, and um it wasn't bad. Like I don't think I paid any tariffs, but it was
Oh,
just
good.
I'm still just very I don't know how to
It's nerve-wracking.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird, right? Like
yeah.
I don't know how that's all gonna pan out
I don't know either.
and I've had so many pieces like even before that where I'll send them to the States and then they'll charge me to bring it
Oh,
back. And
oh,
and then I'll have to like explain no, like
this is mine.
this is my thing that
Yeah,
they're returning to me. And
that's
there have been a
crazy.
few times where I'm like, I'm just not paying this.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a headache.
it is. Yeah. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like to
Hopefully,
lose stuff down there.
yeah, hopefully change is on the way. It's just
Yeah,
we just gotta
I
get through
I
this
hope so.
nightmare.
I know it's too bad because like up until then I've done so much business with galleries in the
Yeah,
States.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just, yeah, we don't have to talk politics, but like,
No,
oh God.
no, but it is frustrating, right? And it
It is
affects your
because
work and
it affects everything.
yeah. But how was the convention on a whole? Was it fun?
It was so much fun. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. I got to meet people that I've known for a while. I got to meet
Oh, good.
clients. I got to meet my first ever like book client, and I was like a super fan of hers. Well, not a super.
Oh, wow.
I really loved the book series that I got to make
Oh,
art for, and that was one of the coolest experiences of my career. And I got to meet her, and
yeah.
it was so cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
And
So it was
so
really fun.
maybe you can explain this again to me.
Yeah.
So you don't actually do the covers, you do
No. So, I
character
mean,
work?
I would love to do covers one of
Yeah.
these days. So basically I'll just tell you how it started and like
Yeah.
it basically like my origin story with the book world. So I started reading like that genre back in 2024, and
Mhm.
it kind of like I was really struggling in 2024,
Mm.
and I started reading, and it like ignited a fire in me, like a new creative fire. And so I
Mm.
wanted to do some fan art for this book series that I wrote, that I read, that I really,
Mhm.
really loved. And so I did that. And then the author reached out to me with a
Oh,
voice
okay.
memo. And she was like, "Hey, can I buy this from you?" And I was like,
Oh, wow.
I about died on the spot. And and then she was like, "Well, actually, can I commission you like for the rest?"
Oh,
I, I
wow.
remember, like, and this is Lee Rivers, by the way. She's really big in the dark romance world, and
Okay.
she when that happened, like I filmed myself like, for my personal Instagram. I was like, you guys, you would not believe what just happened to me. Like it was such a big deal. And then I
Yeah.
ended up doing all those. It took quite a while because I was really going through some personal stuff.
Hmm.
But then ever since then, I've had more authors come to me. They want me to illustrate their characters for them.
Hmm.
And it's so much fun because like I get to read the stories and like become connected with the characters, and then I get to paint them. And it's
Yeah.
just like this cool I can't believe I get to do this for money.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's
And
fun.
so then what happens with their work? Like
So
what do they do with it?
I will send them the painting, and then what I'll do is I will scan it and like make sure it looks perfect. And then I will send them the file, and then they can buy like a licensing fee from me and sell merch and stuff for prints or whatever with it, or they can just use it for promotional material like for social media and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's really
Cool.
fun.
That's really cool. And I'm
Yeah.
really glad that authors are still hiring people,
Me too.
right? Because
Yes.
I have seen that in some parts of the book world where they're getting their characters generated by these.
So yeah, that is very, very frowned upon. Like
Okay,
when
yeah.
authors do that, like this is kind of a bad way of saying it, but like the mob will come after them.
Yeah, and I think they should because it's
Honestly,
like
yes, because it's
it's
lazy.
icky.
It's
It's
lazy.
totally lazy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what book group I was in, but like I'll periodically see posts from people and they're talking about like getting AI to do something with their writing, something or other. I don't know
Yeah.
what. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, why are you a writer then?
I
Like,
know. It's
why?
crazy.
Yeah, to me, that's just so insane. Like,
Because like AI has such a specific tone and you can clock it.
mm,
Like at least
right?
I can. And
Hmm.
like why would you want that to be in your writing? It's such a creepy way of
Yeah.
like it's such a creepy sentence structure, and you can like you just know it when you read it.
Hmm.
Like I would
Even if you were just like getting it to generate your ideas,
yeah, it's
right?
just like that. I don't know. I don't know why you would taint your project or like your creative vision with that.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't get that either.
And I mean,
Um,
uh, like you can, I mean, I know people that use it for like a jumping off point, like for like paintings and stuff. I feel
mhm,
a little bit less angry about that. Like
mm,
if you're just using it for like a jumping off point for a reference or something, I
mm.
still think it's kind of icky. Um,
I do too. I mean,
I don't like it, but
yeah, I did it once when AI was really,
yeah,
really new.
back in
Um,
2022, 2023,
yeah,
I would use it for background inspiration all the time.
right? Yeah, like I did it once because I was doing my solo show and someone was telling me, "Oh, well, you can get them to generate these landscapes for you." So I tried it and it just never like the way it translated into paint, it just looked like
It,
garbage.
yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, and I just found I had to let that reference totally go.
Yeah.
And I maybe kept some of the color, but everything else I repainted that little tiny portion of sky like 12 times
Yeah,
before I liked it.
because it's not like it's not a real it's not the way a real sky would look. So like when
No,
you're trying to paint that, it doesn't look right.
no, it
Yeah.
doesn't look right and it doesn't translate well to
Mm-mm.
paint
No.
because yeah, it's just there's something uncanny about it.
Uncanny is a perfect way to describe it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know some people will talk about it like that uncanny valley.
Yep.
And you see that a lot with like the people,
Yeah.
the way
I
it will generate people. Even if it's accurate, you're like, this just
There's
feels
something
weird.
about it that it just looks like too it has a specific look and it just
Hmm.
looks too smooth.
It looks too smooth or everything's in focus,
Yeah, that's a
right?
good way to put it too. Like
Like
everything is
every
rendered
little thing.
so
Hmm.
well.
Yeah. And that's something that you learn in art, right? Like
Hmm.
you're gonna have a dominant eye, you're gonna have a receding
Yep.
eye, you're gonna have like any kind of tilt to the face, right?
Yep.
W- we always like there's a psychology to seeing, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
And
want some things to be in focus and you want some things to recede.
mhm. I don't feel like computers are there yet. And
And hopefully they
why
never
do
get
we
there.
want them to be?
I
Like,
don't understand.
I don't
I don't
understand.
understand. I feel like we've
I
already
don't
gone
get
too
it.
far. Like, let's slow it
Yeah,
down.
it's super weird. And I feel like I do have days where I look at it and I look at my children who are all artistic
Yeah,
and I feel heartbroken for them
so do
because
I.
what is the hope there for them?
I mean, I think there is hope because I think people do value the human element of art.
Right now.
Right
But
now,
in
yeah.
a generation, is that still gonna be there, right? So that's where I
I
struggle.
know.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, my daughter really wants to get into animation, and I went through a
Oh,
phase, right, where when I was younger, I was like really wanting to get into animation.
mhm.
So I understand it, but I just don't know if that's really a field that's a smart one to get into anymore,
I mean, yeah, that I guess if it's her passion, then
right?
she should go for it, but, like, if we're being realistic, like, we just
Right?
don't know.
Yeah, and I've had to have those conversations with my kids where I'm like, I don't want to say this, but
Yeah.
like to be realistic here, to support yourself, you're gonna need two jobs, you
Yeah.
know? Like I couldn't support myself on my art
I
currently.
couldn't support myself on my
No,
art either, not
no.
no, there's no way.
Yeah, because
I
like
I think
just
people I think people have this misconception that, like, when we sell, like, an $800 painting that, like, we must be just raking in the dough, and it's like,
yeah. It's like
okay.
if you're using a gallery, you're paying half towards
And
that.
that's part of why I don't do galleries
Yeah,
anymore.
no, and that's fair. I
Like, the
mean,
financial risk is just too high.
and even if you are making $800, next month you make nothing,
And
right?
taxes are a thing.
Right? Taxes.
I just did my taxes yesterday.
No,
I know.
taxes
Oh,
are fiction, are fiction. We don't we don't talk about taxes.
oh, it's so painful.
No, taxes are harsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just haven't been tracking it.
I don't track it
Like, I don't know.
until the end of the fiscal year, and
Hmm.
then I'm like, "Oh god.
Right? Oh yeah, money and stuff.
Money."
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like such a double-edged sword, right? Like you make
Mhm.
money and then you gotta pay the man.
Yep. You're literally hard-earned dollars.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like wept and cried and to get to that point.
I
How could
stayed
you
up
just
till 3 AM when I was already exhausted from dealing with my
right?
kids, and now I have to
Yeah.
pay.
Ugh, I remember doing that. I can't do it anymore.
I
I
can't do it anymore either,
yeah,
but, I mean, I used to.
I ruined my body doing that.
I
Like,
It was so
yeah.
bad that I used to stay up until, like, 2 or 3 at night, wake up at 6, and then take a nap when my kids were napping during the day, and, like,
Hmm.
I can see it in my face from, like, pictures during that time, like, I looked haggard and tired,
Mm,
and I'm glad I don't do that anymore, but, like, I got a lot of
yeah.
work done.
Yeah. I know, right? It's tricky. It's so hard to find that balance and
Yeah, and I think people have this misconception, like, I don't know if I said it already, but, like, that we just paint all day,
yeah.
and that's if I would love to be able to just paint all day, like, that's so
Hmm.
not my life.
So like how much time do you figure you spend a day painting?
Well, I don't even get to paint every day. So
No.
I would say on average in a week, maybe 10 hours of actual like
Okay.
on paper painting. Um,
Wow.
which is not much.
No,
Like
that's
I
not
it
much.
it used to be a lot more, like, when I was really, really pushing myself,
Hmm.
I've learned that I cannot do that physically anymore.
Right.
Um, I would love to be able to, but I just can't.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, it's about probably 10 hours a week unless I'm,
Okay.
like, back in at the end of January, I had a lot of deadlines, and it was bad. Like, sometimes I do put myself in a corner and, like, or paint myself into a corner, pun intended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I I had to get, like, 6 paintings done in a week,
Oh
and
wow.
I was not, like, I was working until, like, 5 o'clock in the morning and, like,
Oh
only
wow.
sleeping a couple hours,
Oh
and
geez. Why?
it took me a month to recover.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, I was spent, and so I can't do that anymore.
No, you're stealing from the future.
Yeah, and so also, my kids we live in a rural area, so, like, my kids only go to school Monday through Thursday,
Okay.
um, just 'cause funds it's we can't keep the schools open for 5 days, I think, um,
Okay.
and so, I only get Monday through Thursday from like 8 to like 2:30ish to work, and I have to fit in my entire business in those hours unless I
Mhm.
want to squeeze it in while the kids are home, cut into my sleep, whatever. Like,
Mhm.
I also have to, like, keep a decent household somewhere in there, and,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I only have about, like, 6 hours a day to run my entire business, and I have to fit actual painting in there somewhere,
Yeah.
and so, some days I don't even get to, some days I will get, like, 4 hours in there, but, like,
Mhm.
it varies week to week. I would love to do more. I need to work on my time management skills probably, but,
That
like
was my next question. I was
yeah.
like, "So how are your time management skills?"
Shit, I don't
Right.
have like, I
That's
used
so
to
funny
I
to
used
me
to be
because I
able
struggle.
yeah, and I look back before I had kids, and I'm like, "What did I do with all of that time?"
Right? Yeah.
I had unlimited, infinite time, and I was a lot younger. I had a lot more energy.
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, "What was I doing?"
I don't know. And like honestly, I think I spent a lot of time just like sitting and journaling and like
Yeah, I was just chilling.
listening to music and yeah, like so much time
Yeah.
just being alone and I just don't
I would, like, go to the coffee shop and hang out with my friends a lot, and I'm like
yeah. Luxury upon luxury.
yes.
That's
Yeah, things
yeah.
are very, 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 very different now.
Yeah. It is. It's super hard. And like so when you get into like a painting flow state, do you
Mhm.
have like a time max where you max out and then everything after that is shit?
I would say probably about 2 hours of, like,
Okay.
deep flow state where nothing is interrupting me. I would
Mhm.
say, like,
Two
give or take
hours.
2 hours, and then I
Yeah.
need to, like, go get a drink or
Mhm.
something or, like, a
Mhm.
snack.
Yeah.
But then I can hop back into it. If I have nothing else I need to do, like, I can hop back
Yeah.
into it pretty easy.
Mhm. Well, that's good. I mean, I feel like I tap out at 4. I
Yeah,
can't go beyond that.
yeah,
After that, it's just garbage after that.
yeah.
And yeah.
It I wish it were longer, but, I mean, I guess it just depends on the circumstances, like, if it's
Totally.
where I don't have anywhere to be, I don't have to go pick up my kids from something, and
Mhm.
I have, like, a long stretch of time, like, I could probably go the entire stretch of time until, like, I needed to go do something,
Right.
but I rarely have that opportunity, so
Totally. And so, like, what would you say the rest of your time is when you're not painting?
So usually I am like taking photos of whatever,
Hmm.
like staging photos, or I am working on references because I do have a Patreon where I
Yes.
make my own
Yeah.
references. And
Hmm.
so I'll do that. And like that in and of itself takes a long time because there's like a lot of um,
Totally.
like picking the outfit, making
Yeah.
the like
Oh
background,
yeah.
taking the
Even
pictures,
just setting up lighting
setting up
is
lighting.
so
Oftentimes
intense.
I just will go outside and like try to like make make sure I'm in like shade so that the lighting is flattering and all this stuff.
Hmm.
But if I'm inside, it takes even longer because then I do have to set up lights. And then there's
Hmm.
the editing and going through all the photos because I take
Hmm.
hundreds at a time. And then
Yeah.
uploading and making the posts and marketing and all this
Right.
stuff. And so that's really what a lot of my time goes into with art and references. It's just like making the Etsy listings, fulfilling orders, making
Hmm.
posts, which I don't even feel like I'm that good at, but like it
Mm.
takes so much time.
It does. It really does. Yeah.
And I would love to, I need to like take a week where I almost like batch things and like
Yeah.
maybe plan out all my social media posts. I would love to get
Mm.
better at that, or maybe like
Yeah.
use a service where it like auto posts for me.
Hmm. I think because Instagram doesn't like those third-party apps,
Yeah, I know.
it's like it will remind you, but then you have to still go and like just hit post, right?
Yeah, honestly, I
But
like
that's
having the
okay.
control. I like doing it
Hmm.
myself, but
Hmm.
I don't know, or even just like I'm really bad at like I'll get a planner or like make a calendar, but then I don't go back and look at it. So I'm just like
Yeah.
flying by the seat of my pants, you know? Like
Oh yeah. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist.
same. I have to have
Yeah.
it in front of my face.
Yeah. It's totally, it doesn't exist at all if I can't see it. Like I I don't know if you can see it here, but I
A
put
little bit,
my,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
I had to put that on my door so that I would see it. So
Yeah,
I knew what I was doing for the month. Um, I'm terrible at keeping track of like my goals for the
so
month.
am I. So am I. I'm
Yeah.
terrible at keeping my goals for the week.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, for the day. I mean, I have to schedule every little thing like now you have to leave for work. Now you have to
Yes,
have a shower. Now you
I have
have to
alarms. I have
yes.
multiple
Yes.
alarms.
Yes, exactly. Yes. It's
And I don't know
you
if
kn
that's an ADHD thing. I fit the bill for ADHD, but I've never been
Mhm.
tested or diagnosed or anything. But
Oh,
I
totally.
fit the bill. Like
Yeah.
I do, but I I don't know if that's just what it is or if it's an artist thing, but like I feel like there's just it's like a nebulous cloud
Yes.
up here of to do lists, but like I can't
And
ever pinpoint one thing
that's
to do.
like yeah, I think that's like that's where I find this really interesting, this crossover between this like neurodivergent thinking or
Mhm.
just like not being wired like everybody else.
Yeah.
And that overlap with artistry is really interesting because I think in a way we can't help
We
that
can't
we
I yeah.
communicate visually, like we
Yeah.
have to.
Yes.
And um it's really hard for me to put words to what I'm doing,
Same.
right? Like, and I feel like that's why like personally thrive on conversation with other
Yeah.
artists because
Me
it
too.
helps me kind of like work out what am I doing and like
Yeah.
what are you doing and like how can we learn from one another because I mean you're in a little town, there's probably only one of you, right?
I mean,
Maybe there's more because
there's
you're
a
in a
few there's
cool
a
place.
yeah, there's actually an art center here. I'm not
Okay.
affiliated with it, but
Mm-hmm.
it does really well. And so
Okay.
there are a lot of artistic people here. I think
That's
it kind of goes back to the Pacific Northwest kind of thing where there are
totally.
just artsy people around. Um,
Totally.
but I don't get to I've talked about this a lot with my husband, but like I
Mm-hmm.
don't get to talk art a lot.
No.
Like or ever, unless we're
Yeah.
doing something like this. Like I don't get to
Mhm.
talk about the weird quirks of being an artist that are like my daily life because
Yeah.
trying to explain that to a normal person is very difficult.
Oh, and they're just like, "Oh, you're mentally ill." And it's like, "No, this is just
I
I'm
am,
actually
but
really yeah." But at the same time, it's like, "Are you though? Or maybe this is our
honestly,
normal and we're actually really healthy, but we just don't have a lot of people around us to kind
yes,
of correlate like like you know what I mean? Like
yes.
there's just not
And
how do you
now,
gauge that against
yeah.
someone who's totally different than you?"
And now in my 30s, like I have I've stopped trying to fix myself as much because like
Mhm.
I wore like the mentally ill label for my entire life because I was
Mhm.
always on different medications and like always
Yeah.
struggling and going through different things. And I think now I'm just kind of like, maybe this is just me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Right? And
Like
I that's what makes you so unique, right? That's what
I
makes you
yeah,
so motivated to like communicate visually,
yes. Yeah, because
right?
I mean
Because
if I didn't have this way of thinking, I don't know if I would be as driven to create.
I think so. I think that that thought process comes first.
Mhm.
And I've always found words so inadequate to
Yes.
describe what it is. And that's why I've always like tried to show people my worlds, you
Yeah.
know? And I think you're very much the same way because you really do world build in your work.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the world building aspect of it.
Yeah, totally. I think there's something about artists where it's almost like if you were to look at humanity as a whole and just as a one person,
Mhm.
if it was just one person, I think we're the aspect of the human mind that dreams and projects into the future.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of
That
what
gave
makes
me
us so
chills a little
different.
bit. I love that way of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think that that's one thing computers will never be able to generate is
100%.
our ability to project into the future and imagine a world that we want to see.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah. And that's why I think this is so interesting is um and I kind of touched on this when I was on Instagram. There's never been a time in the past when you could like interview Van Gogh or like
Right. Yeah.
it's chat with Monet
Yeah.
or Degas
Yeah.
or even Frazetta, right? Like there's a few interviews with him, but it's like not to the same degree that we can do now.
Right.
And so I really appreciate your time. I know it's
Oh,
super
thank
you're
you.
super like tight, but like I think
This is important
this is
though.
so important, right?
Mhm.
To like really there's something that I think people maybe don't grasp when we're in time, right? It's something we see when that person's gone. Um,
That's a very important part because it's like the old saying like, you know, an artist only becomes famous when they die or something like that. And
yeah,
yeah,
and that's
and I think that's
such
so wrong.
bullshit.
Yeah,
It's such bullshit. You just don't value them
right.
till you can make money off of the resale.
That and
That's all it is.
I feel like they kind of project the mystique onto them after they die, but like
Yes,
y living artists, we can tell you what we're trying to convey. We can kind of
exactly.
dispel the mystique a little bit and just be ourselves where it's not like, oh, they're an
They're so
artist.
lofty.
I
Oh,
wonder
they're
what they
so
were going through.
tortured.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, I hate
that's
that.
not helpful. Like
No, it's
we're trying
not.
to convey our inner world and it's not like yeah, I don't I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but like
Yeah.
yeah, you don't have to wait until they're gone to
No.
appreciate them.
And I think that whole romanticizing the tortured artist
It's
thing
so
is so
harmful.
destructive
It's
for
harmful.
other artists. Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. Because I definitely, when I was like 20, 30, self-medicated just to get through the day. Because
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
because how I just need to be functional.
Yeah.
And until the point where like I was pre-diabetic, I have like all these health issues. And it's like, you know, I think that artists unfortunately are predisposed to that because we are trying
Agreed.
to like function like everyone else to a certain extent.
Yeah. And
But
like for me with my self-medication was always alcohol, and like
yeah.
I used it to quiet the inner chatter and
Yeah,
feel like a normal person.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just feel like relaxed.
Yes, to not have
Yeah,
to like contend with all of the voices in my head. That's a bad
right.
way of putting it, but like to
No,
just like calm
yeah,
down.
to tone down that intensity.
Yes, to just feel like, oh, maybe this is how normal people feel.
Yeah, and like you were saying, your son feels very deeply.
He
I'm
does.
sure you were
Mhm.
probably similar as a
Yes.
child.
But I
Yeah.
had a different upbringing. So
Hmm.
it was quote unquote punished more. And
Hmm.
with my son, me being the parent, it's more like nurtured. And I think that's
Yeah,
going to be a
definitely.
good thing.
I think part of that is like seeing that it's not wrong. It's
Right.
not
Yeah.
like an illness to be concerned about. One of my children talks to herself,
Oh, yeah.
and when she's not around us, and she'll like just talk to herself. And I did that as a child. I
Oh,
still do that when
really?
and it's because I don't have an inner voice.
Oh,
So I will, if I'm thinking, I will think aloud.
yeah.
And there was a part of me that had to be like, you need to stop doing that
Right.
because I was concerned about how
Yeah.
other people would perceive it, right? Because when I was a kid, people thought I was schizophrenic and I was talking to the
Oh,
voices
yeah.
or whatever. And to me, it was just like, no, I
That's how
like
you
that I can't,
process.
yeah, I need to talk it out. And but people always treat you like you're weird because you
Yeah,
do
I
that.
mean, yeah, I have weird things too because I'm very like I'm extremely anxious, and so is my son.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so we have little things that we do to kind of calm ourselves down. And I
Hmm.
think to the outside world, we're just seen as like just overly anxious and like weird.
Hmm.
And it's just like, this is how we're getting through the day. And this is how
Yeah.
we self soothe. And
Hmm.
that's okay.
Oh yeah. And we live such a like good life as
Hmm.
Westerners. We always
Hmm.
have food.
Absolutely.
We don't have to haul water. There's
Yep.
not really predators, like we
Yeah.
have such a safe life. But the people you came from didn't.
Right.
That's why you're wired like that, right? And I
Yes.
think that's like
It's
I
human nature.
yes, to like be concerned about
Yep.
what's gonna happen next is it's a survival strategy. And it's I think that those things I think when we can see it in that context of like this isn't me, this is, you
This
know,
is my
this
my
is
drive to protect myself, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really puts it in a context where it's like I'm not broken, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with me. I'm I just came from people who who had to like survive hard things. You
Yeah.
know?
And like the
Yeah.
other day in therapy, like I was just saying, like, I don't know why I can't just like stop being anxious. Like, I can't
Mm,
believe, like, after, over half my life trying to fight this, like, I can't believe I still haven't gotten rid of it. And
right.
I can't believe, like, and it would be like a source of shame. Like,
Oh yeah.
all this time and I'm still anxious. And he was
Hmm.
just like, but are you like, did you give yourself this anxiety? And I was like, no, like, I don't, he's like, do you want this anxiety? no. And he's like, well, then stop blaming yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you didn't do this to you.
No,
This
yeah.
is just a result of it's like I had a dog that was very anxious
That's my
and
dog right there. I think you can kind of, he's
I
laying
can't
down.
see him,
Oh,
but your screen is like this big on my browser, so
he's over
aw.
there. He's just chilling.
Aw. Yeah, I had a dog that was really anxious and I I was like, what am I doing like to make her feel this way? And I, like you do, you Google it. And
Yeah.
she was three breeds that were extremely anxious,
Yeah.
and they're just like all working dogs. And she couldn't relax. She could
Yeah.
not work.
Right.
And I think about her sometimes because I think, okay, so so you're Irish, you're Scottish, you're like all these people who are like super oppressed, you're gonna
Yep.
be anxious. Oh
Yep.
my
Yep. Yep.
gosh.
Yep.
You're like a German Shepherd boxer
You're
mix, you
bred for
know?
it.
Yeah. You're just bred to be like this working, all the time in the fields and you
Yep.
know, uh, and I think that yeah, it's been good for me to kind of put that in context and be like, it's not me.
Yeah,
It's
you're not
it's my
broken
breeding.
because you are anxious.
Yeah.
And I get bothered because I think our culture today looks at being anxious as just like a flaw
Mhm.
and like it's something you need to fix.
Right.
And
Mhm.
I used to feel that way, but
Mhm.
I think nowadays I'm just like I said, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Like
Yeah.
it's just how I am.
Yeah, and I think there's something about that you'll find, especially as your kids are getting older,
Hmm.
um, it tunes you into your gut more, especially when you're
Yeah.
trying to evaluate people. Like, is this person safe for my kids? Is this
Yep.
right? Like, your gut is like it knows who's who, what's what. Like, you just
Yeah, your
it's
instincts.
not all bad. Like it's not all yeah, it's not all bad. It's sometimes misdirected, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it has its advantages.
It does.
Do you feel like your anxiety like affects your work? Like it helps you generate work?
Yes and no. I would say it is a motivating factor. Like, for example, like right now, I have a ton of anxiety about my new collection. And so
Right.
I have like motivational anxiety where it's like, okay, let's go, let's do this. Like, let's get
Yes.
as much done as possible.
Yeah.
But sometimes if it's anxiety about like I have really bad health anxiety. So like
Mhm.
if my anxiety is focused on that kind of stuff, I find it debilitating and I find it hard to work
Oh,
through.
yeah, definitely.
So,
I've I don't know if you've had any gross things with your kids happen.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Um, there was one really gross thing that one of my kids contracted that kind of broke me. And
No.
after that, I was like, you know what? I can handle anything.
I mean, my
Um,
kids haven't had anything like that. They've had like dumb injuries that they caused themselves, but like,
right. Well, this was from a camping trip. And the kid picked up a marshmallow that fell on the ground, and to show they were really tough, they ate it in front of their
oh,
peers and
yeah.
then got worms. And it was the most disgusting
Oh,
thing I have ever
oh,
dealt with. And it was just like every time I would even think about it, I'd want to vomit. Like it was so
yeah,
gross.
fair.
But after that, it was like it just broke something in my mind. Like I can deal
Yeah,
with it all now
yeah.
because that was so disgusting.
That's pretty terrible.
It was pretty terrible, and
Yeah,
I did not realize at the time how common it actually is.
it
Uh,
is.
and
Yeah.
I had no clue because we were always like, you after you play, you wash your hands. You don't
Hmm.
eat anything, you wash your hands. Like we're like very like I would almost say religious about it
Yeah.
because I like I don't want to get sick.
No,
And we
yeah.
have 5 kids,
Yeah,
so
5 is a lot.
right?
You can't micromanage every aspect of 5 kids.
No, and it's like one of them gets sick, all of them
Yep.
it's gonna happen.
Same thing in our house. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and one of them starts puking.
We're all gonna
It's
get
just we're all gonna get it.
it.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Yeah. So there were a few things like that that kind of broke my mind.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I think you'll find that over time though that you kind of build up a resilience to health stuff, even though yeah, it does. It makes
Yeah.
you
It's like exposure therapy.
probably.
Yeah.
And kids are amazing at exposure
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah, they are.
They will expose you to everything. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah, so I feel like we've touched on a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think I had I think I already asked you this actually. What does your typical day look like?
So, right now, my typical day is I wake up, I get the kids ready for school with my husband. He takes them to school, and then I start working.
Hmm.
So, because he usually works later in the day, so it just works
Oh,
out like
okay.
that. And then
Hmm.
I work, whether that's doing stuff on the computer or actual painting until about
Hmm.
2:30. And
Hmm.
then after that, I go get the kids, and then we do the stuff until
Hmm.
bedtime. And then sometimes I will continue working after they go to bed.
Hmm.
I need to probably do that this week. But yeah, that's pretty much it every day.
Hmm.
Unless, so my husband kind of works in a regular schedule. Like
Hmm.
sometimes on the weekend, or most of the time on the weekend, he will have like, he'll just work later in the afternoon. So I will work until the time I get up until the time he goes to work. So
Right.
it changes every week, but
Hmm.
I do usually have a chunk of like 6 or so hours mostly every day
Hmm.
to get work stuff done, which sounds like a lot. It
Hmm.
really does, but
Hmm.
it's, I mean, for me, it takes me a while to get going. So
Yeah. And you're a one-woman show,
I am
right?
a one
Like,
woman show. There is nobody
yeah.
else doing anything.
No.
It's all me.
Yeah, and I don't know if you
Especially,
have like a hard time with the motivation.
I sometimes I do. So it kind of mostly just stems from exhaustion.
Right. Yeah, that
But
makes
like
sense.
especially on shipping days, shipping takes
Mm.
so much time. And
Really?
I don't think people understand that. Like I do ship things very intricately, so like I have
Mm.
like a certain way I do things, and it takes a
Hmm.
lot of time. And I yeah, I mean I do everything myself. So
Right.
yeah.
So is it another studio or like
So
another
yes.
place that you do your shipping at?
So my husband and his family have a restaurant. So that's the family
Okay.
business.
Nice.
And I have a space upstairs of that restaurant where I have
Nice.
my fancy printer and all of my it's like my storage space. I have a bunch
Yeah.
of like panels and paper and all my stuff that I'm not currently using that much of just lives there. And so
Hmm.
that's where I go to do shipping and stuff and printing.
Hmm.
And I used to work there, like I used to actually produce work there, but there
Okay.
is no windows. It's an interior room
Mm.
and I don't like it. So
Yeah. It's
it's really hard.
that is really hard. I know when we were setting this place up, um, there was a whole controversy about the window. And I was like,
Mm,
nah, I need window. And he's like, well, it'd be so
yeah.
much easier if we just cut it off here. And I was like, no, I need the window.
Yeah, you get it. Windows
Okay.
are
Yeah,
important.
they are important. A little sliver of hope.
Yeah, it's very suffocating to
Hmm.
feel like that. And also because I am a mom and I've learned that I do like having slivers of time, whether it's a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to quickly like set up my palette or whatever it is. Like I
Right.
like being able to do that in my own home. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like I can only work at this other location. I did that for a while and I found it killed my productivity by even
Really?
more than it already was. Like,
Oh, wow.
so I've discovered I like having my creation zone in my house.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I don't really like being cut off from everybody else, even
Yeah.
within the house.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
I have this studio, but I have a really hard time getting out to it.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
know why.
I feel that so much, and I don't know
Hmm.
how to explain it to other people because it's like you could go there and it would be quiet and like you could have your own zone, but there's
Hmm.
something about being in my own house that like
Hmm.
I don't know if it's just like a comfort thing, but like I like
Yeah.
being in my own house and I like
Yeah.
cleaning in my own house.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't like the being disconnected from everybody else
Yeah, I don't
thing.
like it either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Just feeling cut off. But at the same time, if you're doing an oil painting, it's really hard being in an environment with kids and pets and all
yes,
the stuff.
yes, and that's why
Yeah.
I don't do oil painting.
Yeah. Because I
I
remember
used
you
to.
used to.
I
Yeah.
used
Hmm.
to. And then I know I like oil, but it's never been my favorite medium. So
Okay.
it wasn't like a sad thing when I gave that up. I still
Right.
have all of them and I could use them.
Hmm.
I don't want to.
Because of course you do. Because we hoard things
I
and
am such an art
right.
supply hoarder and my
Oh
husband
yeah.
hates it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I think I think that's like the biggest thing about having a space is having a place for all of the things
And
that you hoard.
that's where that other location really comes in handy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm so lucky to have that, and I don't have to
Hmm.
pay for it, and it's just
That's
like
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really cool. I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah. Especially if you have, like you say, a fancy printer. That's
Yeah. I bought that last year, because I
nice.
really wanted to start doing, like, limited edition prints and making them entirely from scratch from my own. Because I
Mhm.
do open edition prints,
Right.
with a printing company, so I just
Okay.
it's essentially drop shipping, which is really,
Okay.
really helpful. But
Yeah.
I've worked with them for like the last 11 or 12 years. Like they're
Okay.
awesome. So
So
that's
you don't
where
have to
like,
pack any of those.
so I don't have to pack anything.
Nice.
But like signed prints and limited edition prints, I do make my own. So,
Okay.
but
Well,
if
that's
somebody just,
interesting.
yeah, if
Yeah.
somebody just wants my art to put on a wall because they like the way it looks, they can just buy an open edition print and it's
Yeah.
really cheap. I think my prints are
Yeah.
like $12. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah. I've always kept my prints pretty inexpensive too.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't do very many print runs. Like I just find I haven't used Etsy though in a
Oh,
long
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Um, there was
That's my
that
main
whole
zone.
yeah, and I was looking at that. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So, how are you finding Etsy? Are you enjoying it?
I love Etsy. I've used it for
Yeah,
13 years. So
nice.
I I like it
Hmm.
because I am so established there and I
Right.
have a huge amount of sales and reviews there and
Hmm.
I like it. It works for me. It's not going to
Hmm.
work for everybody. And so like I have a
Hmm.
hard time recommending it for people because like
Right.
my circumstance is different. But
Yeah.
I do like it a lot.
Do you have to pay for advertising with it?
I mean, if you want to, I don't ever pay for
Okay.
advertising.
Right. Okay.
So I that's
Yeah.
not a factor for me. And yes, the fees can be high, but like
Hmm.
I don't have to worry about like I don't really have to worry about customs. I don't have to worry about like getting my tax stuff together. I don't have to worry about
Right.
like they kind of do it all for you, which I really
Right.
appreciate.
Yeah.
So it's worth it for me. The fees are worth it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And yeah, I think I've just tried to keep it all on my website, but then you don't have
Mhm.
the same level of traffic. You're always having to
Yeah,
drive it, right?
I've I have tried my own website before, but I ran into the same problem where it's like it's
Hmm.
hard to direct traffic there. And I feel
Hmm.
like Etsy kind of has it's like a it's almost like I don't know, it's just like it people know Etsy. So like
Yeah,
they're more trusting of it. I don't know if that's a
right.
factor.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
I don't know. Which is crazy because it would be the same exact thing whether you bought it
It's
off Etsy or
totally
the
the same
website,
thing, right?
but I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think where I was having a hard time is I would go and search for the item I just posted and I couldn't find it in the
Oh,
search results and I was
I've actually
like,
never
oh.
done that. I don't want to know. I don't want to, it's
Yeah.
none of my business.
Yeah, that's probably smart. I think
It's
I
like
got pretty discouraged and I
I
was like,
never
why am I even
I
doing this?
never look at my analytics. I know that's
Oh, really?
probably bad advice, but I don't want to know.
Oh, geez. That's, I
Like
don't know. I mean, if it makes it easier for you,
I think
right?
because I would start obsessing over it. I think for a
Hmm.
while I was obsessing over the fact that like my art would get like hidden because
Mm,
it's too sexual. And
right.
so once I started doing that and looking at my analytics for that, like it became so discouraging that I
Um,
had to stop altogether.
yeah,
So,
I would too.
yeah,
Yeah,
the only
definitely.
analytics I look at are my likes and shares and stuff like that and
Right.
my income.
Yeah. Well, that's fair, right? Like, I feel like, and I've some people have mentioned this before, like, well, you could be on this platform and you should do that platform.
Yeah,
And it's like, but I don't like it.
I know. Like people always say you
Right?
should go on TikTok and I'm like I've tried and I don't really care.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't, I have a TikTok. I don't
So do
want to do
I.
anything on
I
there.
don't
I
I've
just,
posted like maybe 3 things
yeah.
ever.
Yeah. Even when I just feel like it kind of comes down to for me, like, I have this finite life, right?
Same.
Yeah. We're
I was just
finite
talking
creatures.
I was just talking about this last night. Like my husband and I
Hmm.
had this deep conversation and it's like
Yeah.
I can only do so much
Hmm.
with what I have right now.
Yeah. Totally.
And that
And
may
I
change
think
in the future.
that's something like that's something about actual art making that is so different, like than
Oh, I lost you.
did that oh. Can you see
Okay,
me
you're back
now?
now.
Okay. Sorry about that. Can you
You're
hear
fine.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I can't hear you for some reason.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's so weird. Um, I don't know what's happening.
Okay,
Okay,
can you hear me
let
now?
me just see. No, no, it should be good. I don't know why this is happening, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
hear
hear
you.
me, but I can't
Yes.
hear you. Weird. Oops, no. Uh, bizarre. Um, I don't know why. Somebody tried to call me and I thought I had everything like turned off,
Oh.
but now it's kind of messed everything up. And I don't know why. Um, let's just see. Um, okay, maybe I'll try this and then
Okay, can you hear me
okay,
now?
try and say something now.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Ah!
Ah! Why is it doing this to me? That's so annoying. Um, I don't know what's this? Okay. Packet. Okay. Oh. I thought I turned everything off and
Let's see.
I guess I didn't. Um, Geez Louise. Hmm. Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know what happened and I don't know how to fix it. So, interesting. Let's see, maybe if I go like this, will it? Yeah. Okay. Um, what should we do now? I'm gonna have to like solve this somehow,
That's
and
okay.
I'm not sure how. um, okay. Maybe if I'm gonna try and like remove you and then add you
Okay.
back, and we'll see if it'll work. Add- Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, it
Well, I was
worked.
just gonna say, like, I mean, we've been going for over 2 hours. Like, we can
Yeah,
wrap it up soon.
we probably can.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like outro properly so that
Yeah.
people know where to find you and everything. Um,
Yes.
but also just like it's so cool for me to like talk to you.
Aw, thanks. I feel the same way.
Yeah. Because like I've painted you and
That's
you know, yeah,
right.
and I always feel like, oh, I just love Brynn. I wish she could be my friend.
Aw. Thanks. I'm just a person. Like, I'm.
I know. I think you're a cool person. I
Aw,
like
thanks.
you. So, yeah.
Like, I feel
And
like, to touch on that a little bit, I feel like I almost feel like I project this like image of myself online that is like this mysterious like dark artist, and I'm just like so not that in real life.
well, that's cool. I mean, I think unfortunately everything online is a projection,
It
right?
is, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
all of it is. And
And I
um
don't even mind that, like, I don't mind that kind of projection. I think it's
no.
fine. It's just
Yeah.
funny because, like, in real life, I'm kind of ditzy and, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I identify with that. I feel
Yeah.
like yeah, I feel like I'm like blonde in spirit, but
Yeah,
you
same.
know,
Especially since I had kids, because my brain doesn't function like it used to.
yeah, even before I was like clumsy and forgetful, and
Yep.
it's been a constant thing. It's just gotten worse over time. So, but I didn't want to be one of those people that's like, here's her art, too much because I want people to go and check out your work,
Yeah.
where it's at. Where would you like people to find you and your lovely Patreon references and stuff?
So my Patreon, I'm at Bryn Elizabeth Art with Brynn, no E at the end, Elizabeth Art. Pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
That's where, on Etsy, on Instagram, and on Patreon, and on Facebook. I have a Facebook art page, but I don't ever use it. So if you just look up my name, Bryn Elizabeth Baratua, then you'd find me. And
Okay.
then those are the main places I am.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think everyone just needs to go and find your work and check it out because
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Thank
I,
you.
and yeah, I have a couple of your pieces. I think I have a
I know
little
you
one.
have a mini one. I know you have
Yeah,
a tiny mini one. Yeah.
yes, I do. And that was in my bedroom. So
Aww.
I
Honored.
love that one. It's so soft.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I love that you have so much softness in your work. It's always something that I'm like, "Ah, I want to do that, but I'm not. I never seem to be able
It's
to.
just
But yeah, I
I
love
don't
that about your
I
work.
almost like don't I don't like uh it's not something that I think about while I'm doing it. Like, I always
Hmm.
feel like, oh, I need to soften things more by the end of it, but like I
Hmm.
feel like I almost feel like I render things too tightly.
Yeah, I I can see how you would feel that way.
Hmm.
But like when I was looking at that, just even this piece from a few years back,
Yeah.
um, it's so soft in places.
Thank
Like
you.
very, yeah, like you've got that tight rendering, but there is a lot of softness in it that um yeah, I think you do that really well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah, well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day.
Absolutely. This was
Uh,
lovely. Thank you for
so,
letting me talk about my art and go off on tangents.
yeah, I'm just so happy that we were able to make it work. And
Yeah.
this is also kind of part of my, like, I need to get back into regular work. And one of the things I miss the most from tattooing is just the other people,
Yeah,
like
I
getting to
bet.
talk to other artists. And
Yeah.
um, that's something that, and I was like, well, I can still talk to other artists. There are other
Yeah.
artists. I just,
I think this is really important. And I think
yeah.
beyond just doing these kind of like live discussions, I think
Mhm.
we as artists need to put ourselves out there a lot more and just own our work and be more confident about it and
Mhm.
talk more about it. I think that's a good thing.
Oh yeah, and I think it's interesting too because just coming from like getting that little glimpse into the tattoo world and how
Yeah.
competitive people are
Mm-hmm.
about work, and I was like, is this so silly that you're competitive because
Yeah.
really, like, how many tattoos can a person do in
Right.
any given year? How many tattoos can you do in a lifetime? Like,
Right.
it's not enough that you should be jealous about that person,
Yeah.
right? And I think about that with the work that we make, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many paintings are you going to create in your life, right? Like,
Right.
it's a finite amount.
It
And
is.
um so even if we do like overexpose artists today or whatever in comparison to the past, I think it's something so temporal that
Mm-hmm.
even 20 years from now, getting to look back at who you were, or your children getting to look back at
Yeah.
like that, this point of your life and
I
how
think
you
about that a
approach.
lot, actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, what a gift. Like, there are people who, especially as you get older, you lose your parents, and
Yeah.
like being able to talk to them again in a way, or
Yeah.
like
No,
see
I
them.
completely agree.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's so
it's so,
cool.
yeah, I think it builds people too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because mom struggles with organizing a
Yeah.
tattoo
Like
too,
for real.
right?
Or just like finding, like, I remember just anytime I share a struggle or something online, I will get people saying, like, thank you for saying this because I struggle with this too. And
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's so important.
Hmm. Yeah, and it gives like a landing point to your work too, where it's like,
Mm-hmm.
this is where this is coming out of, is,
Absolutely.
yeah, from this hard thing, it's like this
Yep.
grew out of it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to keep doing these talks, and
Yeah. I
I
think this is
I
awesome.
love to have you back.
Yeah, for sure.
So next week I'm going to have, let's see if I can actually say his name properly.
Okay. Like I know him.
You might know him. So he does a lot of videos. He has a lot of videos. He's very
Okay.
prolific. And what's his name again? It's Alexander. And it's this last name that kind of throws me because I'm
Okay.
just really bad at the last names. Um,
My last name's kind of weird too.
um, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that that was how you were supposed to pronounce it. So
Baratua. It rhymes with Barracuda.
yeah, that's it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never have been able to pronounce it.
It's a
So,
Basque name.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And yeah, that must be like a kind of food that, like, is that associated with a region? And
It's a region in Spain. It's actually the name of a town in Spain, which is really cool. My husband is not Basque, but his
okay.
grandfather was adopted by Basque immigrants to this location. There's a lot of Basque people around here. They were sheep farmers. And so that's where the name comes from.
Oh, neat. Well,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And like, so is this restaurant like Spanishy?
No, it's just
No?
it's a normal, it's a pizza pub and grill type place.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun.
It's really cool. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's cool. That's a nice way for kids to grow up too.
Yeah, and they spend a lot of time there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a vintage toy store for years.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. And
Yeah, a
I
restaurant is a
don't,
lot of work
yeah,
too.
I'm sure. Very, yeah, and never ending, right?
Never ending. Yeah,
Never.
no.
Yeah. So I understand that. But it was fun for them, I think.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So,
My kids think it's the coolest thing ever. So,
right? Pizza, like
yeah,
pizza's the best.
yeah.
Yeah, so next week I'll be chatting with Alexander N- Note Arangelo.
Ooh, I don't know if I know him.
Okay. Um, so he on Instagram, I think it's just
Curious.
at Alex underscore Alex NDR underscore.
Let me check.
Um, he makes a lot of videos, and
Okay.
he's like he's very much into hyperrealism.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Talks a lot about art. So it should be fun. I was surprised that he had time for me, honestly. But yeah, so that'll be good times. And I'm
Oh,
gonna
he
start.
ha is he? Oh, I found him. Okay, I do
Yeah,
not follow him, but his work is really cool.
yeah. You can't follow him?
No, I
Oh,
wasn't following him. I'm gonna
oh,
follow him
okay.
now,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I was like, really? He's like, okay, yeah.
that's
No, his
cool.
work is cool, and he's he he is so prolific with his videos, and um I stopped making videos a few years back because I don't like editing them,
Yeah,
and
I bet it's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work, and
Yeah,
I just decided I don't want to do things I don't enjoy.
yeah,
So that's why I was like, I like this and I don't have to edit it. So
yeah.
I'm like, I'm
This is
into,
awesome.
yeah, I'm into nothing.
I mean, that's why, like, okay, I will film my process almost for every single painting, but I actually sit down and edit and make a reel out of maybe like 5% of them because I
Right?
just don't care by the end of it.
Right? Like, yeah, I don't care. And there's a part of me that's kind of like, you, I don't even want to share all of it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I have this thing where it's like I almost don't want to share the magic. Like this is me. This is mine.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, I feel like too, I'll either share too much or too little.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I can't find that good place.
Yeah, and I don't know how to make a successful reel, to be honest. I've gotten my reels get less traction than my just still photo posts.
Don't
So I'm
post.
just like,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Right. I last time I did a reel, I looked at like how many seconds people watched into it. It was like
Yeah,
7 seconds
yeah,
on a
same with mine.
30-second reel. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Why?
why then?
We're
Why would
like
I even bother?
it's like we're begging the algorithm gods to notice us, and
Yeah.
it never happens. So I
No.
just kind of don't care.
Yeah. That's why I figured like this is actually fun for me. This is
Yeah.
edifying for both of us, I
Yeah, and
think.
I think it's just more honest. It's more real.
Mhm. There's that definitely. Just being able to be like just being comfortable being yourself.
Yeah. And not trying to like when I'm making content, I'm always just kind of like looking at it through the eyes of the algorithm and it's like what's going to be successful and not I mean, I know that's just the reality of marketing,
Totally.
but if I'm going to be an artist, like I don't know. It's just like it kind of takes the magic out of it in a way.
Totally. Yeah, trying to make everybody happy. I kind
Yeah,
of went through a phase where I was just making art for other people.
so was I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
and I was
just,
miserable.
yep. I was like, why am I
Miserable.
doing this? Because
Yeah.
if it didn't sell, I was like, I don't want this.
And that was me up until 2024 when I hit the wall. Like
Mm,
for about a year, I was making things to impress other people.
yeah.
And like that's not a fun place to be in.
No, that's not. I think that speaks to that other side of social media where it like
Hmm.
just you become such a people pleaser. And I think
Yes.
women are way more susceptible to it.
I already do people please a lot, and
Mhm.
it just like, why am I doing this to the one thing that like
Yeah.
gives my soul like purpose?
Right?
Like
Yeah.
it's it was just a bad way to express myself.
Hmm.
It wasn't productive for me. It was
No.
just me making pretty things that I hoped people liked.
Yeah. I know I just went through a few shifts and I was so angry at the end of it
Yeah,
and just that like why are people such assholes to me
yeah,
for no reason? And and it started showing up in my work. I was working on this piece and it just I worked on it for hours and it was just poo. It was just
yeah,
pure garbage. And I was like, how can I not paint? And like it took such a concerted effort to be like, you're not gonna take this from me. Like this is the one thing I enjoy. I'm
no,
like,
I've been there.
yeah,
I totally know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's hard. That was a hard one to work through
yeah,
because I think I was like stuffing all my feelings about it.
yep,
And then it showed up on the canvas and I was like, what's happening here?
yeah. Well, at a certain point, it's just like, at least for me, when I when I'm working on something that is specifically for other people's eyes and not my own, like the work becomes so draining. Oh, I lost you again. Hello to anyone watching. It's just me on the screen. Hmm.
Man, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I don't know why he keeps like this is my husband. He's trying to
Oh,
call me.
well,
I'm
we
like, this is not that important. And then I gotta go. Shoot, gotta go back. No, frick off. All right. I don't know if you can hear me again.
I can. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
I can hear you. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
Next time I'm gonna be like, look, don't call me because you're
Just put
screwing
your
up
phone
my
on like do not
stream here.
disturb.
Yeah. I thought I turned all I don't know. Anyway,
We
yeah,
can
I'm
wrap it
sorry
up.
that
Let's wrap it up.
I'm sorry I interrupted you there with
Oh
my
no, I was just saying how whenever I paint for other people's gaze, essentially,
Mhm.
like the work is so draining. And I think it's because I know that I'm not doing this for myself and I'm
Yeah.
just doing this to impress other people. And those are my worst pieces. And those are the ones that end up not selling well anyway.
That is also what I've found, and that's
Yeah.
super frustrating because it's like the one thing I was trying to do here was
Yep.
to make money.
I know.
Doesn't happen.
There
It's
is a balance though that I think we have to find between like being commercial and being true to ourselves. And
totally, and
it
people say
doesn't
that.
have to be one or the other. There is a way to blend those two things, and I think that's good.
Yeah. Well, when you find it, let me know.
Honestly,
I feel like we have. Like
my
I feel
pinup art is
Yeah.
that for me. Like
Right.
I love doing it so much and I find so much joy in it and
Mhm.
other people like it too. So that's why I do it.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. I mean, when you finally hit that stride,
Yeah.
that's really good. Because I know there was a time where you were like, I'm not going to do like this kind of work
Yes.
anymore.
Yes. That passed,
Yeah.
thankfully. But like I went through a phase where I was like, I don't want people to think that I'm like objectifying women. And
Right.
and that is so not what I'm doing at all. Like
Well,
when
yeah.
I'm creating women, I'm doing it from a place of empowerment. Like
Right.
it is
Yeah.
never from a place of like sexualization. So
Yeah. I
yeah.
know I think it's jarring for people too when you're a woman. I know
Yeah.
I painted, I painted some boobs in my tab.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like I'm standing there and there's this guy's like he's quite a bit younger than me in the tattoo shop, and I was like every time I look at that boob I'm like I freaking painted that boob and it is such a good boob.
Yeah.
And like it's it's like he's laughing, he thinks it's funny,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's like boobs aren't the same thing for him, right? Like
Right. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, I just think, man, like, that boob was hard, but it
Yeah.
looks
And
so
you did a
dreamy and
great
good,
job.
right?
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm just like proud that I was able to achieve that.
I
And
think I think it's hard for people to look at whether it's just nude figurative art or pinup art in a like I guess in a female gaze kind of way. Like they
mhm,
only look at it through the male gaze and it's
right,
just so much more beyond that.
yeah, and I think they also, I don't know. For me, it's just like it's just a body. To me,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not
It,
like
it's
my,
not like a sexual object. I mean, it can be, but like it doesn't have to be, and that's not why I painted it like that. Like
mhm,
for me, it's like I struggle a lot with body image, so that's why I a lot of my pinups are fuller figured because that's me.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something that I really connected with Frazetta's work when I was
Yes,
younger
me too.
because I was like, man, like they're curvy. They're not like
They
because
have
it's
dimples, like
right.
the
And
flesh looks like flesh.
yeah, exactly. Like you can see the gravity too in the
Mhm.
body. Um, and this is like coming out of that whole like heroin chic kind
Yeah,
of
which is coming back.
thing. Yeah, or Ozempic sheep, I guess. Sheep
Yeah.
now, I guess. Sheep. Sheep was like a little Freudian slip there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but yeah, just seeing like the beauty in body in those roles, in those,
Yes,
it's just
and looking at it, it's like a celebration of it, and
totally.
I love that.
But they had the same problem with his work, and I mean that it was objectifying women, and
Right. I mean,
he was so hurt by that comment,
yep, and
like
I've read that.
mhm. I thought that was really funny that he was so hurt by it, and it's uh like people are gonna think that no matter what, like people are gonna
Yeah,
think that if you're a woman, if you're a man,
it doesn't
like
matter.
it doesn't matter. And like um so like my kids go to Christian schools too, and
Mhm.
we've had their little friends over, and there's like this painting in our dining room of like a naked woman,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking like, oh my god, what are they gonna go home and say to their parents? Like,
I
and
mean,
it's I don't know, but like,
context is everything. I
right?
mean, yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, that whole like nudity and art thing was pretty common at one point and
Yep.
was pioneered by the church. I think
Yes.
that it's just that we've we've changed a lot um, through yeah, just perceptions.
Yeah. It's
Um,
just the context is different and people see it differently now.
mhm,
Which is so crazy because it's like I feel like we've progressed so far in so many other ways. It's just like I don't know. I love figurative art so much and it
yeah,
sucks that like even now I find myself like I do find myself censoring it a lot. There's so many
right.
things I want to paint, like so many gorgeous references that I've collected over the years
Mhm,
of just figurative art and it's like do I even want to like because I know
yeah,
I'm not going to be able to show it how it really looks.
right. I know I struggled with that in my solo show with 33 Contemporary.
Hmm.
Actually, I painted leaves like floating over this woman's nipples just because
I've
I
so done
was
that.
yeah, I was thinking like how am I every time I look at a piece, I always try and eliminate those things
Me too.
because I don't want that to be all people see. I want them to see the concept behind
Yeah.
it. And so for me, that piece, as I was composing it, it became about self censorship and about like
Oh,
how I like essentially pre censored my
yeah.
work
Yeah.
to, yeah, to just to make it marketable.
I find myself doing that all the time and
Hmm.
I think I think it's okay to do that sometimes. Like I don't think it's wrong, but it's just it sucks. It sucks to even have
It
that
sucks.
thought like I have to change this just to get it seen.
Yeah. And Instagram's become very militant about the
I
nipple.
used I used to be able to post whatever I wanted there with no
Mhm.
issue, and
Yeah,
now I can't. It,
no.
it
But at the
I
same time, there's these ladies with peaches in their bios
Yep.
link into their little special pages, and I'm just like,
Yeah, and also like there are male artists that will post uncensored art, which I'm glad about because I do like I'm thinking of one particular artist in particular, and I love his work so much, and he does it in a very respectful way to the models, and but
mhm,
it's full nudity,
yeah,
and his work is still up, and I don't know what's going on, like how he's able to do that. I would love to know, but
yeah.
I'm not going to go and ask. But like, I'm
How are
just
you
like,
getting away
how?
with this?
But then again, I'm like, I'm glad it's getting seen. I think it should be seen. But I'm
Yeah.
just like, I want that same privilege.
Well, and it's kind of silly because Instagram shouldn't have children on it anyway,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed.
Like
God, my kids are not getting anywhere near that app.
no, and I really try to keep my kids away from phones as much as
Hmm.
I can because I want to give them a place to develop, right? Without
Yes.
that,
Yep.
um, because it is an addiction.
It is.
I am definitely fully addicted, so
So am
I
I.
have to,
So am I.
yeah,
I catch myself scrolling and not having fun, and then I can't get off the scroll machine.
yeah, yeah. I know, and I really try, and it's definitely a comfort thing for me. It's
It's
like
like the
comfort scrolling.
I've seen it like termed as like a digital pacifier.
Yep. Yeah,
It's like
it is
it's
unfortunately.
yeah.
And I have to I really want to give myself more breaks from it because I know for a fact that it hurts my creativity.
It's me, mine too.
Yeah.
And it just takes our time away. Like our
Totally.
already limited time is
Hmm.
just getting eaten up by this.
Yeah.
Like
And
and
I find
it's
I'm
silly.
like, why should I even bother? That
Yeah.
person's better than me.
Yeah.
Why should I even try? Um, I
Ugh.
think that a lot of people get discouraged and drop out because of that.
Yeah, honestly, and it's hard. It's hard to stay motivated,
Hmm. It is
really.
hard, and it's lonely hard, right? So
Yes.
that's where I was kind of thinking, well, it's nice when you don't feel alone in
Mm-hmm.
that same struggle of just like trying to make this thing work.
Yep.
Um, but it's tricky for
Yeah.
sure.
It's like it's like social media is so useful, but
Hmm.
it can be so harmful, and you just have to find the right balance.
Yeah, to make it work for you.
Because without it, I would feel incredibly alone. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere, quite
Mhm.
literally.
Yeah,
And without it, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I would feel so isolated.
yeah, and I feel the same way. I mean, I'm not in a little town, but
Yeah,
it's certainly not like an artist's haven like
right.
where you're at, where it's
And it's,
very
I
much.
wouldn't call this an artist haven either, but there are pockets. There's
Yes,
tiny little
yeah,
pockets.
there's
Yeah.
pockets, but I don't feel like that's really not the kind of scene around here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and in that like cultural sense, I feel like Canada's a little bit behind anyway.
Yeah.
Like so so yeah, so these talks are cool and it's fun and um but I'm like really worried now that someone's gonna call again and
Okay.
go through the whole
We
thing
can
again.
let's wrap it up.
So so I just
So
want to tell everyone go check out Brynn's work.
yes, there's a bunch of new
It's
paintings
amazing.
coming next Wednesday.
Yes.
So
And I'm gonna have to figure out this phone call thing because that's so irritating. I don't know why. But
it wasn't that
yeah.
bad.
Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. It was very annoying for me mostly. But thanks for coming on and for
Thanks for
telling us
having
all about
me.
your life. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Oh, all right. I'm gonna head out. Her screen is black again. But thank you to anyone who watched, and go follow me at Brynn Elizabeth Art pretty much anywhere there's social media. And I will. Oh, she's back. I think maybe, maybe. All right. I think I'm signing off. All right. Thank you to anyone who watched. I'll see you guys later.